Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's been quite a while since I live streamed, and I'm going to see how this is going to turn out. Hopefully, it doesn't come in too badly. If I did live stream, um, look at the last time I did that was maybe, I don't know if you ever saw, yeah, it was a few months ago. The internet kind of changed, so hopefully, this is coming in okay. I'm going to see for myself. I just have to kind of mute, you know. So, yeah, it looks like it's coming in okay. I just had to mute the video. I don't know if it's freezing or if it's. But nevertheless, we're gonna find out. So I've reached over 800 subs. I know that may not seem like a lot, but hey, to me it seems like an accomplishment. Just about 4 months ago, I finally hit around 700. So yeah, I'm doing something. So in fact, I'll get a drink. Just to 800, and no, it's not 300. Yeah, it's an old koozie, 10-year reunion from my high school. Hey, Trinchy. Am I coming in okay? Hopefully, I'm coming in okay. Hopefully, it's all good. So far, I got two people in here. Yeah? Okay. Did you want to come in, or did you need to get your tablet charged up, or you have something going on? You know, you're more than welcome to come in. Thanks, Trinchy. Or I want to say your name, but I don't know if I should say it online. I know certain people might know your actual name, but I don't know if I want to give your name out. So, okay, I'll do. I'll just email you the link. Just give me a little bit. Just give me a sec, and I'll get that link in. There we go. Stream. It's now sent. Don't worry. I'll stay hydrated. Jeez, excuse me. It's turned into an SAMR stream. But yeah, getting to 800 is not going to be easy, but eventually, if you just, remain strong willed about it, don't let anything keep you down, you'll eventually get there as long as you work hard at it. So far, I got three people. Jeez. I guess I will be broken a lot, probably because of this. But I don't. I try my best not to drink soda. I mean, I did have a few earlier, but they were the low calorie soda, for example. 20 calories, very low on sugar. This is like, I guess you could say, the fully loaded sugar one. And more, calories for sure, because this one has, I think, 180. Let me check. Yep, 180. And total sugar wise, 90 grams of sugar. 45 and then 45 added. So there you go. did put the link in Instagram and see if anybody was wanting to come in. I don't know. Let's see. If you haven't seen Trench yet, I'm sure he's on his way. Let me send Eshawn a message too. He might be busy, so let me send one to that Thomas. Oh, now I'm down to one. Down to one. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. But yeah, last I checked, I'm at 807, and I don't want to. And even when I get to 800, I don't really celebrate just yet. I want to wait till I'm past 800 to know for sure that I'm going to stay at 800. Because YouTube can unsubscribe a few people, or if they even were real to begin with, that's also a possibility too. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can get to 900, by the end of this year if I keep at it. Okay. Okay. So. Yeah, I'm down to 0. Guess everyone got bored fast. Interesting one, man. That splinter may have been Miyagi. He must have really technically taught the turtles karate. Or Miyagi-Do, as it's also referred to in Cobra Kai. Yeah. So, I'm down to 0 people watching. Guess y'all got bored fast. Or is the quality not coming in like it should? It is. It's a damn shame. Yep, that one I have. There's one person watching, but who knows? But actually, it keeps going back from 0 to 1. It's like a binary code. 0, 1, 0. Jesus is like what, the 5th? That's what I get for drinking that stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna also stay hydrated. All right. Um, Jeez, two burps. I think that may have already happened. I might as well call this the burping stream or the farting stream, whichever you prefer. Which do you prefer, the burping or the farting stream? Feel free to comment below if anyone really is watching. So yeah, and can y'all hear me? I assume y'all can hear me for those that are watching. And it's been almost 10 minutes. Trinchy, is everything okay on your end? Tablet giving you some issues? Hey, over Greg. Been a while, but good to see you. You hear me? Okay, that's good. Yeah, so you can tell, got the wireless headphones. Yep, I figured that would be so much better. I don't have to worry about the cord being too short. So, I believe Mr. Trinchy is here. Hello there.
Hello?
Yep, I hear you. It's all good.
Hey, man.
How's it going, Bradley?
I'm okay, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. It's Friday. What can I say, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Congrats on the thing. You did the thing.
800.
Ah.
It seemed like I was burping a lot, and I swear I've burped at least 7 times. I'm thinking, should I change this to the burping stream since I've done it so much?
Oh shit. You haven't been on that long too. You've only been on for like 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have been in sooner. I went over to say hi to John because he's also live. I'm like, God damn it, you guys went live at the same time. But
yeah.
I
Both live at the same time, huh?
yeah. I'm pretty good at multitasking.
Is it possible to be in 2 streams at once? Probably not, I guess.
I could be in the chat.
Oh, you could be in the chat.
I told him I'd be in and out.
I'll give him, since I'll just go in the chat and say hi. I'd say hi, even though I'm live streaming. Ah!
Oh.
I pressed the enter button a little too soon, but oh well. Okay. Hey Sam, what's going on? Curly drinking voice. Hey, enjoy your night, man. You should relish in it.
Yeah, that shit comes first.
Just hanging out with your bros, just like I'm hanging out with one bro currently.
I'm sure some other people will come in.
It might be a maybe. I'm not sure. I have no idea why these are so good, but they are.
Well, what are you stacking on? Oh, white cheddar. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm sure you've had white cheddar popcorn and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds familiar.
Hey, what's up, ma'am? Single life. Charlie is her name, if I'm not mistaken. So welcome. I tried leaving a comment on one of your videos, and on that live stream. But for whatever reason, it didn't show up. I would refresh and nothing showed up. So I don't know what's going on. So how do I get in here? I have to do it pretty quickly. So since for whatever reason, your video seemed to not accept the comments, or for whatever, I don't know if something's going on, or the whatever filter you used to wouldn't allow that. So I guess here's what I'll do. I'll quickly put it in there, and we'll see if you can get in there. I don't know if Streamlabs will allow you to, but maybe it might. I know one time whenever Cowboys Corner was live streaming, he was using a different streaming service, but somehow I was still able to get him regardless. So yeah. So I don't know what the situation on that is. So Trenchy, I heard you cracked open a cold one. What'd you crack open there?
The Coca-Cola. One of those new ones with the Star Wars characters on it, I guess. Got a new line.
Nice. This is the one I'm having. I'm having the cola too. Pure cane sugar.
Oh, you're the looks like an old school type deal. Got a Darth Maul on here.
Oh, really? That's cool. Back when Star Wars was good.
I gotta watch the newer stuff to decide, but yeah, I haven't watched. I heard about the Acolyte, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, what's
how's
up?
It going, man?
Doing well. I don't know if the lighting here is the best, but
hey, my lighting's not even the greatest here either, so it shouldn't matter, my dude. So yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, welcome to the stream, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. In case you didn't know, Charlie, the other guy to my left, that's he has an interesting little nickname, but he's technically the Soulless Trenchcoat. He has over 1,000 subs, actually close to 1,500. So yeah.
Oh, congratulations, man! Getting to that milestone, man. That's no easy task for sure, especially when it's if it's like a niche market. It just seems as if it's like. Man, for me, like I was saying on my stream, I'm stuck, man, in the 700s.
You'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it. I don't really pay attention to the numbers this much. I just do my channel when I want, and have fun. It's more about the people. I feel I met good people like Scotty on here, and you seem pretty cool yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a Discord, and I kind of use that to kind of, message people back and forth to try and connect with them that way. But it's one of those things to where, YouTube doesn't always tend to be very helpful as far as direct messaging people, because you don't want everybody to be to have access to. Like with email and things like that, you'd like to be able to keep a little bit of privacy for yourself. But yeah, I mean, I found that with YouTube, just being able to connect with people through, doing the live streams and with chat, it's kind of like a nice way of being able to connect with people that, if you have similar interests, if you're a single person, it's one of those things where, there's a lot of single guys, like me and Scotty. We were talking about this afternoon. I guess we've more or less connected through just kind of like the whole you want to call it manosphere or single community. That's one of the ways that seems like we're able to connect. Is that the case for you there, Scotty?
More or less so, and plus, I see he has some movie posters too, so we connect on that too. I was actually able to. I don't know if he's gonna show up in the stream, but I connected with this dude Zero Cool, and I've known him since like late 2019. Then when COVID hit, we really started connecting. We started doing these live streams, and been good friends ever since. So yeah, and I kind of interacted with Trenchy, but there was a period of time where I didn't because of this one particular person that we used to interact with. I'll definitely, if you want to hang out like in the back room after we're doing this live stream, I can tell you more about that.
Oh, okay.
I never
Cool.
get to it.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm
But
curious
yeah.
if I do this.
Ooh, it's
there you go.
sideways.
Look,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, now you're in
zoomed
the.
in.
Yeah, I figured it out, huh?
You got the 16:9 look for sure now.
Yeah.
You did the
Much
thing.
better. There we
Yeah.
go.
But yeah, we often, we do movies, hangouts, just shoot the shit. That's what I do. That's what Trenchy does. We all do our own things pretty much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I noticed that like a lot of the ways that we connected is through the James Bond 007
Right.
type of those movies and stuff. I know that when I visited your channel, that was a big deal. Is that me or is that the rain? I don't
I
know
don't
if
know.
you hear that.
Maybe you're hearing my fans. I forgot to mention
I
them
got you.
on my. I have two fans because this room can get a little hot, sadly. Just sadly, no, there's not going to be an appearance by Nelly. So, the song, it's getting hot up here.
Yeah,
It's
right.
getting hot here.
I
So
don't want to see
take
you guys
off all your
taking off your
clothes.
clothes though, man. That's where I draw the
I'm
line.
good.
This ain't
I'm
I'm
good.
good.
You will not see me do OnlyFans. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Well, what are some of like the other movies that you typically kind of get into? I mean, is it mostly like 80s action, or is it something that really
Well,
pulls you
I'm
in?
also I also like sci-fi, and I'll give you a hint. I'm sure if you see this, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, right.
In fact, the very first movie I saw in theaters was Star Trek V: The Final Frontier.
Oh, I gotcha.
And that actually kind of explored some religious elements to it. I don't know if you've seen the original Star Trek movies by any chance, but fill up to it, give it a go if you like.
Yeah, well, I saw the ones with the with Captain Kirk and the whales.
That's the fourth one, Star Trek Fourth
Yeah.
Voyage Home.
Yeah,
The most popular one that everyone knows, the one that wasn't quite they did it completely different from the previous entries, where this one was a lot more fun, engaging. Leonard Nimoy wanted to kick up their heels, do a caper, something uniquely different. So
yeah. Well, do you get into the latest ones as far as with the
I don't mind the reboots, but they're not quite as good as the originals for sure. I haven't even seen the TV shows like Discovery. I watched a little bit of clips from Picard. I mean, this third season seemed like it was probably the best of the three, but
yeah.
other than that, I haven't really watched anything, since Beyond. And then next year, that's almost going to be 10 years since we last saw a Star Trek movie in theaters. That is.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I guess going to theaters, I still enjoy going to the movies, at theaters and stuff. Like I mentioned on my channel, I went to see F1. I don't know if
it was a good movie.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw or listened or heard the story that I told about that. It was just I actually went to the theater 2 separate times. First time it was like people were talking behind me, and then the next time I got somebody like clearing his sinuses right next to me. I'm just thinking to myself, what is going on here? I mean, I enjoy the theater experience, but this is turning me off.
Sinuses must be getting loud for you. They must be really blowing their nose loud.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a guy just right next to me. I tell this in one of my streams, I think, or in one of my videos that, the guy's just trying to clear his sinuses. I mean, the entire time while I'm watching the movie, and it's like, man, this is gross. And usually when I go to the theaters, it's usually jam packed. You would think that the theater experience is starting to, get people into, just watching it at home, but people are still coming to the theaters. I mean, there's still a draw to see a lot of movies in the theaters, and it actually surprised me because I would think that with being able to watch these brand new movies online, that would kind of kill the theater experience. But after all, it hasn't after all. So have you had that experience of going to theaters still? Is that still something that you tend to do?
Yeah, I still tend to do it mainly because I like the experience. I like seeing it on the big screen. The the bassier sounds, like especially if you're watching an action film and so. So yeah, I definitely like that experience, and the audience reactions. Although it'd be nice if they kept quiet. They always will say, be silent at the movies, or if you go to the Elmo Draft House, they'll try to make a little sarcastic remark like, "Don't do this," or there was actually an ad when Governor Ann Richards was like the governor of Texas. There was actually one where you better stay silent, or Ann Richards will toss your ass out, or something like that. So, or I forget who the actor is, but if you don't stay silent, this actor will tase you or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So,
Well, you had made mention about Gremlins 2, I think it was. And
yeah, Hulk Hogan had a cameo in that. So
right, right. Can you believe his passing? What's your reaction to that?
well, I don't know. I mean, I, they say it's cardiac arrest, so I don't know what it was that caused his death, but you know, it's tragic. But you know what? Hey, at least he's in a better place. At least he's moving on, and you know, he lived. Let's just say he lived a fulfilling life. He told a little story about how you met him, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when I moved to Tampa, I actually uh, I didn't know that he lived here, and my job situation was what brought me to Tampa, and I had learned that he's actually got a shop in Clearwater, and so I went to go visit that. That's typically a thing that you do when you come to this area. And then I found out, I think it was through Facebook or Instagram, I found out that he had another shop in Orlando. So I found out that he was going to have an appearance there. He's going to have an autograph sign. So I was like, I gotta check that out. So I went to Orlando, and there's just a line around the entire store. And it's just, I didn't realize how big a draw Hulk Hogan still was, even though he was retired, and he had been retired for a long period of time. And I was in line. I finally got up, and I ended up meeting him, and I kind of tell the story a little bit more about this on my channel one of my latest live streams. But he was just a very warm guy. I mean, I had about 5 to 10 minutes with him, and it was just very normal, very down to earth
Very
gentleman.
chill.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just very. He was almost like you could tell that he was like a car guy. He just if you talk to a car guy about cars, he was just very very just regular guy. His real name was Terry Bollea, and
Yeah, I think his first name was Terry. Yeah.
right, right, and it took a little bit of time for my brain to kind of get out of the fan mindset and just kind of get into just normal conversation. This is just a regular guy. This isn't just this the same guy that you see on screen all the time. Just that type of person. He was just very 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 easygoing, very very chill guy, and turns out he's a man of faith. So that was a really cool thing about him.
Mm-hmm. I believe Trenchy watches wrestling. So what was your thoughts on him? If you're still there, Trenchy, Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
If you watched
I kind of see Hulk Hogan in different ways. I like the character Hulk Hogan, the character from the WWE shows and stuff. Terry Bodella, he's been known for a lot of shitty things, both within the WWE and outside of it. I'm not going to get into that. But Hulk Hogan, the character, I really much enjoyed as a character. I was a big fan of the character. So that's kind of where I stand on it.
Yeah, I didn't know he did any. I didn't know he had some shady stuff. I didn't know about that. Maybe.
There's a lot of stuff. I don't need to get into that, but
Oh, okay.
that doesn't need to be. The man just died. Doesn't I don't want to go there, but I do really appreciate the work of Hulk Hogan, the character, and what he did for the business. The WWE would not be, and WCW would not be the same without him, and that's the truth. Like we could judge his wrestling skills all the day long and stuff, but he brought a certain energy to that character. Him turning heel with the NWO was a moment.
Oh yeah.
That was a fucking moment with the NWO movement, and then that brought up Sting. You know, you got the Crow Sting, which people love fondly. You want to get that without the NWO, and the NWO would not work without Hogan, without the childhood hero turning heel. So he did a very much for the business. The character, I'll give him that. He did do a lot of work, and I respect that.
I'm kind of amazed at how. But before I got on the live stream, I think SmackDown. I think they went live, and they were giving him like a 10 bell salute. I mean, they had all the stars, just all of them. They're all lined up, and they're giving their respect to Hulk Hogan and their business. And you know, the amount of headway that wrestling got based off of this man, that I think basically he got really big during Rocky 3. Rocky 3 was his big. I mean, it was a good thing that he made the choice to not listen to Vince McMahon's senior. Was Vince McMahon's dad named Vince? I believe it was, but
yeah, they both were Vince.
Yeah, yeah. They basically said that if you decide to go and try and do this Rocky movie, you're fired. And Hulk just decided, well, I guess I'm fired. So he went ahead and did it anyways. And I don't know who knows where wrestling would be if Hulk decided not to do the Rocky 3 movie. In fact, let me show you. I've got here's Hulk's autograph right here.
Nice.
And then what else we got? We got Mr. T's autograph. I don't know if you guys were a fan of Mr. T.
Oh yeah,
I like Mr. T.
He was a fun villain for sure. I pity the fool.
But Mr. T, he kind of looks like he's in a little bit rough shape. You know, as these guys age, one of those things to where you hate to see your favorite stars age over time.
Yeah.
All these guys that were, you know, a men of strength. They're basically, you know, you get to see them kind of wither away in a sense, and it's just sort of like, man, this is a different situation as you age. Scotty, you're in your 40s, right? Like me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt that too. Some pains here and there, but I guess that's what happens. You don't feel it quite as fast or able to do as much. You start to, well, maybe you can still do some things to a degree, but it seems like you're starting to slowly decline in certain areas. It sucks, but that's life.
Right. But I guess as a person, do you ever feel as if you know, as you age, you kind of run out of things that you would kind of like to do in life? Like, do you have places you'd like to travel or anything like that?
Well, it depends if I can make time for it. That's the thing. That's the time. As someone mentioned to me, time can be your worst enemy, to some degree. Sadly, I mean, I guess it depends on how you use it and how you somehow make it, or somehow fit it into your schedule. How you make use of it, you know.
Right. Well, a lot of people talk about, you know, bucket list items, you know, things that they would like to do before, you know, they kick the bucket. And I think that
Right.
if you can get into a situation in life to where you're in your 40s and you feel as if like I did whatever I could in life. I did my best in life. I think that's a great place to be, you know.
Right. I mean, there was some things like a couple, maybe a few things I'm thinking of. Like I like to maybe still maybe hike the Appalachian. I don't know if you ever heard anything like that, or familiar with the Appalachian Trail or whatnot. Though that would be covering
Yeah,
a great distance, but that's one thing I would like to go for. I know that me
right.
and a few friends of mine were kind of talking about that. Don't know if I'll be doing it alone or be doing it with them, but it all depends on if if it's possible to do. If I somehow become rich and I get to take longer vacation days, who knows? Or another dream is like to, for whatever reason, like to be on a boat and just sail around the ocean. I don't know if I want to sail around all the world, but hey, just sail and just do my thing. Just embrace the ocean view.
Yeah.
Just feeling that freedom.
Well, sorry there,
But
Scotty.
yeah,
I'm trying to find a way to so my video
get
doesn't
yourself
look-
comfortable. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm having to use my bed, and this is actually the first time I actually had a bed up here. Before then, I was sleeping down there, and I used to have an inflatable couch, but eventually, just a few little holes, or that I couldn't even see until I was able to find it. Eventually, the couch just withered and died. So, and then I had to use a very uncomfortable chair, and eventually I had to toss that out because that was starting to break down. So
Yeah. Yeah.
at least I'm comfortable for right now. So
Right. Right. Well, what are your thoughts as far as
sorry, I couldn't understand you. You were cutting in and out. What were you saying?
what are your thoughts as far as the future of your channel? Like where would you like it to go?
Um, are we talking like subwise or just like in general or just
In general. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't really thought about it that far, but if I'm able to at least have different sets of content, like anything, stuff that was so great back in the day, not just movies, but music. I've done like a few musical things. Like I just recently did a two band Tuesday kind of deal. Figured I'd try that out. Didn't
Yeah.
quite get the views that I hoped for, so I don't know if I'll do that again. And even though and speaking of the James Bond clips that I posted, it seems like, yeah, I posted these clips, but not a whole lot of people were viewing them because it seems like there's plenty of those clips online from other YouTubers that have way more views and have way more subscribers. So I'm wondering if I should still do that. Maybe if I do upload clips, it might be a movie that that hasn't really been posted a lot, like certain obscure movies, well, not obscure movies, but movies that weren't quite as popular. Like one that got a lot of views was the Gene Hackman film, May He Rest in Peace, Narrow Margin. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that movie,
I don't think I have.
but you are familiar with the actor Gene Hackman, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because Narrow Margin sadly didn't do all that great, but I think it's an underlooked film. It's directed by Peter Haynes, the guy he did 2010, which I know I'm gonna probably get hate for this, but I actually like 2010 a little bit more than 2001, believe it or not. And he did Outland. I actually reviewed that film some years back. Very, very good movie with Sean Connery in it. That's another kind of star that we kind of always looked up to. Not just
Oh yeah.
the big brawny tops like Schwarzenegger and Stallone. There was Sean Connery, who was. He may not have been quite as strong as those guys or have the big muscles, but he was still a commanding type of actor. He was the first James Bond, and he would still continue, the tough guy movies like Outland and, gosh, what else? Trying to think of other movies besides James Bond, that was quite popular. I mean, I wouldn't say he was tough in that role, but that was like maybe there was The Presidio. There was I'm trying to think of another 80s Sean Connery movie that was. Well, there was Rising Sun. That was the 90s. I don't know. I'm sorry if I seem all over the place. I'm having to really think that. It's been a while since I've seen a lot of his movies, but yeah, I remember some of them. But
Well, I remember Hunt for Red October.
yeah, that's another. Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, yeah.
He was good in that.
Yeah, I mean the way that the way that they shot Connery, I know he was wearing a wig at the time, but the way they shot him, just being a sub commander and and the light that they put him in, he's just a very heroic looking guy. Just every movie that he's in, I just picture him just a very, very heroic guy that you wanted to be like as a little kid. You wanted to be like James Bond or some of these characters. I know he was in the movie The Untouchables.
Yeah, okay, that's the other film that had Kevin Costner, Robert De Niro. So
Right.
yeah, there's The Rock. I haven't seen that movie in a while, but I remember seeing it. But yeah, Nicolas Cage in the movie, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I think it was directed by Michael Bay. I think.
Oh, was it really? Oh yeah,
I think so.
Right. Yeah. I remember that quote where Nicolas Cage, he says, "Well, I guess I'm just going to try and do my best," and then Connery's like, "Your best."
Yeah. There was also Never Say Never Again. I don't know if you could kind of say it's kind of like a James Bond movie, but it wasn't. It was kind of like maybe a slight parody of it in a way. But any way you slice it, it's fucking Sean Connery. What can I say? And Highlander, the original Highlander. If anyone saw it,
Yeah.
The young one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, there was one movie where it looks like he's wearing some sort of like weird string bikini. I don't know if this was real or not.
Zardoz. Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's what it probably was. I think.
I was like,
I gotta see that.
To see one of your heroes looking like that is just sort of like, oh.
Well, he was trying to do something different, but who knows?
Yeah, yeah. What I like to do is I typically like to go and I like to go and
Can you speak? Can you? For whatever reason, your sound keeps cutting in and out. What were you saying exactly?
Oh, I like going onto YouTube and listening to with Sean Connery. I like listening to Sylvester Stallone. It's kind of like a pastime of mine. That's how I find out more and more about just by listening to these actors, listening to what was going on behind the scenes, listening to the writing involved with the different characters, because it sounds like, especially with Sylvester Stallone, a movie is constantly in the process of being rewritten. Constantly in the process of being rewritten, where different characters in the moment they're being transformed in different ways, just probably based upon the energy that's going on at the time of actually making it. You know what? Like this character would probably work best if they said this, or if they performed this certain action, as opposed to what's written originally in the film. Because I remember, I think I was listening to or watching a behind the scenes interview when it came to the '89 Batman, and they said that when they're originally writing a film, it's not gospel. I don't know if you ever heard about that, to where when they're writing the film, they figure that this shot works a little bit better than what was originally written. Because I guess in the '89 Batman, you can see the '89 Batman behind me. I think originally they had Batman up in the cathedral. It wasn't a shot to where they had the two muggers. You know, I don't know if you remember the '89 Batman, but
Of course, I definitely I have it on Blu-ray, so yeah.
yeah, yeah. But originally it was shot to where Batman was going to be up in the cathedral, and you could just see him slowly rise up. They actually had uh, a stunt double called the ballet bat. You know, your viewers might even be able to look it up. But he's the ballet bat, and he's able to kind of swish his cape, kind of like almost like the Phantom of the Opera. But instead, what they decided to do, rather than going with the cathedral shot, they decided to go with kind of like the top-down animation of Batman, you know, kind of swishing his cape and then disappearing in the shadow. I don't know if you remember that part.
I think this was in the beginning of the movie, right? Whenever the lady was crying out or something like that.
Right, right,
Okay,
right.
so yeah, it's been a while, but I remember that scene pretty well.
Yeah. But have you ever noticed that that certain films get rewritten, and maybe they even debut it as a director's cut, kind of like Zack Snyder and films.
Mm-hmm. Or Ridley Scott with the Blade Runner. I'm sure you've heard of Blade Runner.
Right, right. But it seems as if these types of films, I I'm really glad that we actually have access to the original director's vision of the film,
Mm-hmm.
because normally when you're seeing kind of like a corporate cut of the film, because
Yeah.
they cut it down to, you know, 2 hours max usually.
Right.
And when you're getting when you have access to, you know, I typically watch my films or watch movies on Apple TV, and they give you the bonus features where you get the director's cut. And with the Snyder director's cut, I think you have access to, you know, like a 3 or 4 hour film.
Right.
So it's one of the great options that we have as people that enjoy more of the movie, that we can kind of engage with that kind of content now. What are your thoughts about that?
That's about online streaming or watching. I mean, it could be a very convenient option, but for me personally, I always like having the physical copy because I can watch it anytime. Because say for whatever reason your internet goes down, or there's something going on with the service, or you feel like
Yeah.
they're charging you too much, it's always good to have that physical copy because it's readily available. And
Right.
plus, sometimes they can't put all the features on streaming. It's always good to have that. It's good to see how the process of the film got. How the film got made, whether it's in pre-production, filming, post-production. Sometimes there's reshoots involved, or sometimes the shoot can go smoothly, or it starts off smoothly, but for whatever reason, the studio doesn't like a certain part in the movie, or they don't like how the certain character died or whatever. Or just like, for example, I know Deep Blue Sea. Originally, that doctor, the female doctor. Have you seen Deep Blue Sea, the shark movie?
Oh yeah.
Originally, from what I read, apparently the Saffron Burrows character, apparently I think she lived, and apparently she's the one that killed the shark. And apparently the test audience did not like that, so they actually shot it to where, she died instead. And I think it was LA Cool J's character that eventually sets off because they shot something into the shark and it blew up or something. So
Yeah.
that's what ended up happening. That's an example. There's been other films that got kind of cut and re-edited in post-production, stuff like that, which sometimes could be a good thing. But if it originally had a really great idea and it was really consistent with what the director and writer wanted, that's sometimes not a good thing, because maybe, like you said, it's the studio version of what they wanted, what they would put out in what they were thinking would make money and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
It's interesting when, being '80s kids like we are, we never had access to that. It's fun to see that as a movie enthusiast, that we now have access to all those things. And it kind of makes me wonder, so collecting the actors, media itself, like DVDs and whatnot. I've gotten into my entire library is actually on the Apple TV platform, and so it makes me wonder. I know that this will probably never happen, right? But if Apple ever went out of business, I'd be screwed. It's just like, where does
That
my
could be
library
interesting.
go?
Well, it's always good to have the real thing, the physical thing, you know?
Exactly, exactly. So I don't know. You never know what the future holds, but uh, I like having the convenience of having everything on the cloud.
Mhm.
But you never know. You never know what can happen with the cloud itself. So I only thought about
Yeah,
that because I was listening to Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan had a guest where he was talking about, everybody relies on the cloud, but what is the cloud really? You know?
right. What if something would have happened with your computer or the cloud itself? What if you lost your data? You had to. That
Exactly.
won't be good.
Right. Right. You see like you know different movies where the electromagnetic pulse or something like that totally eliminates all electronics. We're back to the Stone Age. You know,
Yeah,
I hate to be doom and gloom. I better
right.
stop.
Oh, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you do 3D printing as well, right? If you want to, you can
Right.
show us what you did and show Trinchy as well, too. I don't know if you knew that, Trinchy, but he also does 3D printing.
No.
Yeah, I've got well, most of the stuff that I have is, I don't know if you can see it right here. I've got the RoboCop helmet.
There you go. That's one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
You did one of the Terminator, like the Terminator machine as well, too, right?
yeah. I've got. Let me see here. Yeah, I just did the head right here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, never got to the eyes, but maybe at some
No,
point
that's pretty cool.
I'll get
Oh, yeah,
to, doing the eyes and all that good stuff. A lot. There's a lot to just getting rid of all of the print lines. You know, there's so many different. You have to be able to finish this thing in order to get it to look right. But
yeah,
it's just one of those hobbies that it's one of those nerdy, geeky hobbies that if you're a film enthusiast like we are,
right.
it's just something that you can collect and customize as you see fit. You can change the colors. I see a lot of guys that when they're doing the RoboCop helmet, they'll airbrush different effects onto the helmet itself. So it's kind of like just a fun little hobby. Did you ever get into 3D printing at all, or
No, sadly, no, I don't know anything about that. So
yeah,
that'd be cool to do something like that, but I just haven't gotten into that, sadly. But
yeah,
also, I feel like if you're going to do something else, you should definitely do a Predator one if you can do that for the
oh
Predator.
yeah, yeah. The 3D printing files, they call them STLs, where you look up different movie props and find out, download things. Like what I really enjoy about 3D printing, the artists, the enthusiasts out there that they know all about different films and all about the small little features, all the small little details about a costume and how it looked in the past. One of those things where it's like, man, I never would have seen that detail that these 3D artists are able to find, or they're able to piece different things together. Like for example, with the '89 Batman, there's a guy named Reeves Effects that actually gets into. I know it's a little bit dark over here. Let me see if I can shed some light.
Mm.
Uh, I've got this right here. I've got the '89 suit that was done by Reeves Effects, and this guy knows everything about the cowl, about the armor, as far as how everything looked from the film. And he went so far as to there's a little bit of a dent in one of the ears that I never knew about, that apparently was on the original suit. And I just think to myself, who has the time to pay attention to all of that? But that's just a true sign of somebody that's really, really, oh, sorry about that, Claire. That's just a true sign of somebody that's really into the film, that's really into the craft of putting things together, you know?
Yeah, and I saw your one of your other earlier videos. I saw you had some action figures of RoboCop as well.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of gear right here. You can see it on my channel. I've got a bunch of shorts that get into some of this stuff. I've got like my own man cave off to the corner over here. Well, actually, the whole place is kind of like a man cave.
Yeah.
But
whatever works for you.
I've got Batman.
Yeah, I remember I had one of those, and then the Terminator. I saw you had. I had one of those Terminator action figures. Actually, I think I had a few. I had the T-1000. I had the Schwarzenegger where he had the gray kind of
Arm
tank top or something, and then there was the one where that one right there that you just had, where he can change arms, where one can become the gun, and his arm is kind of showing his machine off to the side. So I remember I had that, and I had the skeletal one, the machine Terminator as well.
Yeah, this is just kind of like the single guy's hobby. This is we're the true manosphere right here.
Right on, man. Yeah, it's kind of funny how you had those action figures, because I used to maybe I still have them, or maybe I got rid of them. I don't know. I used to have those. There was actually one where I had at one point where you get to make, where you stick one of the Terminators in, you get to somehow create the flesh, and you somehow use, but then for whatever reason, it didn't quite work as well. Like it would only cover up to a certain point where it didn't quite cover the face or something. I remember being so upset about that. That's why I had my mom she eventually took it back because it wasn't working well. So I remember that.
I remember that too, and it's almost as if it's like it can be your introduction into special effects,
right?
And just figuring out, like the flesh stuff. I know it wasn't. I don't think it was Play-Doh, was it? Like it was.
I don't remember. It's been so many years.
Yeah. Well, it's with a lot of these '80s action movies, it got me into. I know that. Like with the latest action movies, such as, I know you can get into like the Fast and the Furious and those types of movies. It seems like those movies are endless as far as what are they on, like Fast and the Furious 10 by now, or 11?
Yeah, Fast X was the last one. There's supposed to be an 11th one, I guess, due out next year. I guess, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
part 2, and then if you count Hobbs and Shaw, there's a shit ton.
Well, I think Hobbs and Shaw was more of a spin-off, I think. I don't know if it was really quite... Well, it would involve the characters, but I think they were like in a different universe or something like that. I don't know.
It's still in the franchise, I think. I don't know. That whole... I like those movies, but that whole franchise is hard to keep up with.
Yeah. I think they made more of those films. Well, maybe, I don't know. Did they make more of them than the Jason movies? I don't remember, because we haven't had a Jason movie since 2009. It's something with the rights issue with Victor. I think because Victor Miller got the rights back. But I don't know if he wants to make another one. That's a thing too. So.
Well, wasn't the Rock in one of these movies?
He was in.
Yeah, he's in like a bunch of them.
He was in Fast 5, 6, Furious 7. Yeah, Fate of the Furious. Then he had like a post-credit scene in the last one, so I assume he's going to be in the next one whenever they get that filmed in the can. So
Yeah. Well, I remember when they had the movie Rundown with The Rock, and that was the movie where Schwarzenegger
Hmm.
walked past him or
yeah, I
almost
remember.
gave him the nod or the handoff.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, I have never really looked at The Rock the same way that I look at Arnold and
No.
Stallone, and I mean
Yeah.
even Van Damme. I mean Van Damme, he's not. I don't know if he's necessarily on the Mount Rushmore of action heroes. He
He's
could
pretty
be.
close.
Yeah, he's close. I wish he didn't necessarily get into some of the stuff like I already got it. Might have got into drugs a little bit, later on
Yeah,
in his life.
he had a real huge cocaine problem. He was doing a lot of cocaine when he was making Street Fighter or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate, because you look at the guy in the movie Bloodsport, just really clean cut type of guy, and that's what I always enjoyed about him. Is just very clean cut. He's always like a clean cut hero. But going back to The Rock, I have never really looked at him in the same light as Arnold or Stallone. It's
Or
just,
even Van Damme.
yeah. I know that he kind of gets framed in that light, but it's just, I don't know, just being a kid.
Wait, who?
Just feels like there's just no
The
comparison.
Rock. We're still talking about The Rock. How he's
Yeah.
not quite. He was primed to be maybe kind of like those guys, but he seems like he never quite reached that level. Which I get.
Right.
With The Rock, he owns his own movie company, and the thing is with The Rock, I mean, this year he's going for the Oscar. He's trying something different, but Stallone can act. Like, Stallone can do, like, serious movies and shit. And Arnold has a charm to him. Like, he can do some other stuff, Rock only plays himself, and he has a contract where he's like, I can only play the good guy most of the time. He played the bad guy now, but he fucked that up. And then he's like, oh, if I punch somebody, I have to win the fight, or it's got to be an equal fight. So if someone punches me, I have to hit them in the equal amount of times or more. That's in his contract. And it's like, a lot of you look at Stallone. Stallone would get his ass whooped sometimes in these movies, and so would Arnold and Bruce Willis, Van Damme. They would kick ass too, but like there would be times where they make them a little bit vulnerable, not too vulnerable, but vulnerable enough. And The Rock just kind of took that away from himself. So I think The Rock, well, he's really good at doing one thing, and he's trying to branch out now, but it's like he kind of cornered himself as like, I'm The Rock. I, bounce my nipples up and down, and I'm going to come in and save the day and hang out with the CGI gorilla. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Rock. I mean, I like your movies, but Jesus.
Well, he's got that new what is that movie that's coming out where he's playing that MMA fighter? I've seen previews of it. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah. That's the Smashing Machine or something like that. That's the one. He's going for an Oscar with that movie. He's going for it.
Yeah, I don't know if you got. It's amazing what they were able to do with makeup and his face. He looks completely different. Like,
Mm-hmm.
got hair on his head. His forehead almost looks a little bit different. So do his eyes. What Hollywood with the movie? I don't know if it's a little bit of CGI or what, but he looks very, very.
Yeah, he looks quite different. I'll say that.
Yeah. But I wouldn't mind with like some sort of award for what been so many things, been involved in so many projects. An action guy. I mean, especially a guy who works that hard. To see him win some kind of award, like an Academy Award or something like that. I think. guys, I appreciate you bringing me on. I appreciate you guys, taking the time to listen to me just spew out all of my movie knowledge.
It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
Do you have headphones or something? Because I can somewhat most of the time I can hear you, but sometimes it kind of quieter at times. I don't know if you
do I?
have a head. Yeah.
Yeah. You know something? Maybe on the next stream, I think maybe I need to.
Hey,
I
how's
think
it going?
the reason why we ran into like production difficulties was mainly because of just kind of like the email link. For whatever reason, YouTube wasn't allowing us to connect. But let's do more of these, Scotty. This is cool.
Oh yeah, definitely cool. You're more than welcome to come anytime, whenever you can. So, and by the way, this is Quinn on the top, on the bottom, right there too.
How's it going?
Quinn?
It's going okay. How about you?
Real good. Good to meet you all.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, it was good meeting you, man.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, let's do this again. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that Friday night movies.
I mean, I might do a live commentary. I don't know if you've heard of this movie. It's called Remo Williams. I was thinking about doing a live commentary for that movie.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Well, cool. Well, later, fellas. Take care.
Right.
Have a great
Thanks
weekend.
for stopping by, Charlie.
All right, man.
You take
Bye.
it easy.
Have a good week.
You too.
Peace, man.
Hey,
How's it going,
Quinn.
guys? Hey. How's everything?
Okay, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I just did a cold open for a show the other week. Or actually, not the other week. This past weekend. That was pretty fun.
That's nice.
Yep. What's that?
But yeah, his name's Charlie. He does some pretty interesting content. He sometimes would live stream from his car and all that stuff too.
Okay. Oh yeah,
He's definitely grown. He has over. He's at 724 last I checked. So if you want to give him
That's nice.
He does talk about certain Manosphere stuff, but he's a little more upbeat and positive and everything. He's not like negative. Well,
Yeah, as long as
tries
he's not a
his best.
fucking grifter.
Right. Sometimes he'll do a little impersonation. So he did a real good impersonation of Arnold. I forgot to mention that. I should have had him do that, but we were just chilling. So
Hell yeah.
he did some 3D printing too, as well. He
Very
did like
cool.
one of the Terminator School, and he did one of RoboCop. So
That's pretty sick. I was just watching RoboCop. What a fucking movie.
The original RoboCop, right?
Yeah. I'm also kind of an apologist for 2014. I don't dislike it as much as a lot of other people do.
I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean,
I'm a Joel Kinnaman guy, and I think it's definitely not as on the nose with a lot of stuff, but Sam Jackson knows what he's doing there. I like Joel Kinnaman. I've liked him since The Killing, so yeah, it was definitely not the 5-star masterpiece the original was, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as people say it was. I think a better RoboCop remake though is Chappie.
Mm-hmm.
Chappie.
I didn't get into that RoboCop remake at all. I just found it boring. And I'm like, how do you make RoboCop boring and Samuel Jackson boring in the same movie?
I like Sam Jackson in that movie.
I don't know. I just didn't feel it. Wait, what, Quinn? Not bad.
Did you see Chappie? I think that was, as far as RoboCop remake goes, I consider Chappie the better RoboCop remake type movie.
I want to see it. I hear it's really good. I'm pretty sure. I think I've seen District 9, and I remember that being pretty decent. District 9.
Yeah, you would probably either love or hate Chappie. It is very divisive, but I'm a big fan just because it has Hugh Jackman doing some ridiculously dumb shit in a way that I think makes sense for who his character is. He's this guy who works for the people who provide the robot cops to the South African government. And so he's got this cushy job as just this weapons designer guy, and he wants to make essentially an Ed 209 happen. And he just can't let that go, even though he's already got this cushy job. He just wants this Ed 209 that sucks to be like cool, and it's like no. It was pretty fun. Dev Patel was good in it.
He wants it to be the new future of robotics instead of the ones that were preceded.
Which it's not. It's if anyone who like studies like the Ed 209 platform is such a shitty platform for policing. You can't breach a door with an Ed 209.
They can't even go upstairs.
Yeah, it's a battlefield weapon.
Maybe it could jump, or could it even fly? I mean, it could jump or fly.
It's just too big. It's too big. It can't fit in the places where most policing takes place. As a guard dog,
it's clumsy too. It's a clumsy thing.
Yeah.
And it definitely malfunctioned when they first tested it. It killed a person, so yeah.
Yeah. That scene rules so much.
Did you watch the theatrical or the unrated cut?
I'll have to check whatever cut I have. I think it's the unrated. I'm not sure. Whatever I have on Vudu. It would probably list unrated, though. So it's probably theatrical. But I've got the Arrow edition.
Yeah, I would assume it has the unrated cut because they show how, like, right after Edituno and Shane shoots Kenny, there's a little bit more where you see, you can kind of tell the footage isn't quite as pristine. It looks like it was, because it shows the guy trying to unplug it. It still shoots at Kenny a bit more after he's obviously dead. So, yeah. I
remember that as like the DVD. Is that like the unrated version? Because that's the only version I recall.
Well, I guess it depends. I know the Steelbook DVD, and I think even Mac had this edition a long time ago. I think it had it was definitely the unrated, and I think it may have had the theatrical cut. I don't remember, but I know that with the difference in the unrated, there's a little more to Murphy's death. Like when they are shooting him and gunning him down, they actually you see them shoot his. I think it was the right arm. I don't remember. They first shoot they blow his head, and then they shoot
an arm.
Yeah, so they shoot off the right, and then
Also, in defense of the RoboCop remake, that one scene where Joel Kinnaman gets revealed to himself as RoboCop was pretty dope. Where he's just a body, just a torso. That was a pretty dope scene. I also love the director too. Jose Padilla is a great director, and it is kind of a shame that he got a little neutered for American film.
Yeah, I don't think did he do anything after RoboCop? Because I know that RoboCop wasn't exactly a success.
He might have gone back to Brazil after that. I'll check right now.
I know that Bat didn't like. I know that really it was OCP that did not like the movie. I remember his rant back like almost a decade ago.
Oh yeah, he's working on like Narcos Mexico. He hasn't actually worked since 2021, it seems, but. Narcos Mexico, Narcos, where he was working with Wagner Moura again. It just doesn't even... Oh, I got the wrong guy. I thought Jose Padilla did RoboCop. Oh, wait, that was his producer. Yeah, director of RoboCop. So he worked on An American Cancer Story, The Mechanism. Narcos, he directed 2 episodes. Rio, I Love You, he did a segment on that. But yeah, RoboCop kind of killed him a bit, unfortunately. Because if you guys have ever seen the Elite Squad series, those are baller. Those movies are incredible.
Well, I've never heard of them.
Yeah, they're Brazilian films about Bope. But this isn't really a spoiler since it doesn't happen in... Well, I guess that would be the spoiler. But this isn't like a spoiler, but I feel like it's having... not really research, but watched the special features and kind of learned about Jose Padilla's politics. When you watch him, take into account that the whole movie might be the lead character Nascimento explaining himself to Saint Peter, because he's trying to get into heaven. Essentially, is my idea of what the narration is, trying to justify his life to God because Brazil is a fairly Christian nation, so a lot of their more fascistic guys are I think No, that wasn't like the term where right-wing death squads came from, but like they had those. Bope's cult like considered like a fascistic organization, especially by the director. Wagner Moore is amazing in it, though. Very influential to the Max Payne 3. Right now I'm watching this new 4K remaster of Red Spectacles, Mamoru Oshii's Red Spectacles. Amazing. It's beautiful. I didn't know
Is that Japanese?
Yeah, 1988. Also known as Akai Magane.
Gotcha.
Part of the Kerberos Panzerkopf saga that Mamoru Oshii does, which has like Jinro as well, which is the one most people know. Which, if you haven't seen Jinro, it's amazing.
I gotta see. I know that's an anime. I've seen like some of the art of it, and the art looked really cool.
It's even better, like in motion. It's insane. The other two movies are live action, though. The other two movies are live action, and it's. I actually kind of really love the look. Like they're low budget films, but they look so good. It's kind of like he has a very. I want to say Hideaki Anno type eye for certain shots, where it's like with him and Hideaki Anno, it's like their films cross the threshold of what I consider most of the time masterpieces in that they intend every ounce of what's on screen. Like a different budget wouldn't really change much of what's being presented or how it's being presented. Red Spectacles especially, there's so many good shots in there. Just a gorgeous film.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it before, but I've heard of Jinro, of course. That one's a little bit more popular.
Yeah, I should post a link in the group chat. We've got like a thing. Did you hear about that? Speaking of like this, I'm a little scattered right now, but you guys hear about the T app?
No. What was that?
The T app was like this. Is I guess still technically this, but it like popped up a couple days ago. I think it was essentially for women to. The stated intention by its defenders was for women to essentially help each other find red flags in the dudes they're dating. What it was advertised as in every advertisement I've seen of it and essentially turned into was just a gossip app about dudes where dudes couldn't say it, where it's like there's a value to that, I guess, but like also it sucks. And there's that whole double standard thing. But what's really funny is that while it's kind of a doxing app in itself, all the people on it got doxed because they kept their verification photos, because you had to be a woman to be on this app. So they kept all their verification photos in like an unsecured photo bucket account or whatever. Insane irresponsibility for that app. Oh wow, I think this might be new footage. Nah. I just haven't watched the actual movie in a long ass time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. To be fair, it's kind of funny. They got what they were doing.
I mean, there's an app for that, I guess.
Granted, there does need to be some level of. I mean, there is. It's just not on a scalable level that an app would require it.
Yeah.
I was about to say there does need to be a thing where women can give each other like help that way, but they could always just talk to each other. I guess my anti-social class forgot about that for a second.
On these other like social media sites, they can make groups and stuff. Like that. The tools are there.
Yeah, tools are there. We don't need an app dedicated for slander. We have Twitter.
I've read stories where if there's cheating spouses involved, someone will always try to change the narrative, regardless.
Yeah.
But movie wise, I did see the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. I didn't hate it, but it was a bit disappointing. So
Yeah, I've never seen any of those movies myself, to be honest. I don't know.
but I
I
did
don't
see.
like the first one.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
care for the first one?
yeah. A legacy sequel of it, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Maybe eventually, but not anytime soon.
Yeah. Hell, I didn't. I mean, the second one wasn't perfect, but I didn't mind that one. That's the one that came out like a year after the first one. That one had Brandy in it, so the singer Brandy, if anyone's familiar. She did some horror film last year that didn't do so great. I forget what it was called. I did see Superman, and
Yeah.
parts of it's decent, but I don't know. I think David
Speaking of
Cornsworth,
James,
he did a good job, but I just feel like he doesn't really feel like Superman at times. I don't know.
yeah, I've never really been that much of a Superman fan, and I didn't see the new movie, so I can't really comment much on that. But it sucks that you got disappointed. I was speaking of James Gunn though. I was just playing Lollipop Chainsaw, which he wrote with Suda 51, and that's a fun game. It's out. It's very like some of the gameplay is kind of dated, specifically like controls are a little tanky, but it's charming.
I keep forgetting he wrote that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. He had to go on a tour defending it from sexism. It's like no, and essentially, I think his whole argument was like, no, it's about reversing that, and that her boyfriend's the object. It's just a labubu now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Cleo getting at my labubu? Uh-uh.
Your cat Cleo?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I got it for $6 at a fucking corner store. It's fine. I don't give a shit. That shit is wild how people are like, I guess we got a new Beanie Baby. Did we have any like Beanie Baby things for like the 2010s?
Um, I'm trying to think. I mean, there was like little things, but they weren't really stuffed animals. But you had like there. I remember maybe it was just in my area, but there was these little like monster dudes that you flick at each other. But we didn't really flick them. We just liked the designs.
Yeah. I also forgot Funko Pops, I guess, technically.
Oh yeah, Funko Pops is the
That was
new
the
Beanie
equivalent.
Bait that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys hear about that new horse anime game? Where it's
No.
animated horses? It's pretty funny. They're based on real horses, like real race horses. And so their personalities are some level of based off the horses' personalities, but they're just anime girls that are horses. Like, like cat girls, but horses. And it's just a
What
game
the
of racing.
fuck?
Yeah, it's just you rate. It's called like
What the-
Pretty Derby something. It's getting real popular apparently. And some of the art for regarding Goldship is very funny because Goldship apparently like lost a dude 12 billion yen or something because they just decided not to compete in a race and just like annoy another horse or something. And some of that art gets so funny because there's also a really funny gif of like the Uma, they're called, of Goldship just after a victory just runs up and drop kicks the player like in celebration. There's even a fan favorite horse that's like never won because the actual horse never won.
Oh.
I think that's pretty, and it's fan favorite now. Everyone wants that horse to win.
So is it like, do you control the racing, or is it like controlled racing?
It's a gotcha game. I don't know how much control you have over it. I haven't played it. I've just seen the artwork about it, and it's pretty fun.
Oh,
Just getting dudes talking about racehorses too, and it's a really funny.
yeah, it is a thing.
Yep.
And I did see there was like a video game. They're making a video game of the one gorilla versus 100 men.
Oh,
That is also a thing, I guess. I don't know.
someone mod the girl into a gorilla.
Wait, what?
Someone should mod the girl into a gorilla and see about that taking that meme up. 100 dudes versus
Yeah,
one gorilla.
yeah, because they are making. I guess they're making the game. It is a thing. I don't I don't know, but it's a thing. I guess that's happening.
Yep.
Guess it was bound to happen.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna pop off for a bit. I might come back. Talk to you guys later.
Okay,
Happy
bye.
100, Scotty.
I guess Scotty is away. Let me check the comments here. Hello, Daniel Barry. This is probably late, but hello, Greg. Yeah, Liz alive. I might come back if somebody pops in.
Quinn already left, I guess.
Yeah, Scotty, or not your Scotty. Fuck. Quinn left. Quinn left.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by,
He
Quinn.
he might be back. He said congrats and stuff.
Yeah, I had to go move my car since my mom decided to do some shopping.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, so good.
I'm just
Just
chilling.
doing your thing, chilling and doing your thing.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be going on. I don't know if how long John will be going on, but I assume he's doing his thing for sure. So
yeah.
let's see if I can. I'll message Quinn saying. not a whole lot of people are watching, sadly. But I guess people are. It's a Friday night; they're out doing their thing. So yeah.
Yeah, it's probably just bad timing. It happens.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I did something like during the day. I'm wondering if I would get the many views that Zero has been getting. Seems like he gets a lot of people in his streams, and he's doing it from a car. So
Right.
yeah. But supposedly tomorrow, I guess if we get around to it, I might be taking my mom to see the new Superman film. She has an interest in seeing it. So yeah. So
To see what?
The new Superman film.
Hmm. Yeah, I will see that one eventually. I do want to eventually see Superman. Give it a fair shot.
Yeah. The last time we were talking, I guess I don't know if what you think of Matt's rant on Batman versus Superman from what you saw on post today.
Oh, I think I fell asleep a bit, but yeah, I liked it. I don't like. I'm not a fan of that movie either, so I guess I agreed.
He made some good points.
I'm not a fan of Batman v Superman. Personally, I think it's a piece of shit. Yeah, I don't like that movie.
Did you feel the same? Did you feel the same way about Justice League, or not as bad, or?
I like the both of the Justice Leagues for what they are. It's weird because I haven't seen all the DCU movies, but with all of them, I can find silver linings. Besides Batman v Superman, Batman v Superman just pisses me off. But everything else, I'm like, it's I like some of this, or I really like this, or I enjoy this. It's just Batman v Superman. Just something about just ticks me the fuck off.
Didn't matter which version you saw, right?
Yeah, I don't think maybe that longer version will help, but I don't know. I've seen some of that, and I'm like, it doesn't really help me. So I'll give them both a shot again, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of those movies.
Yeah, I didn't even see Batman versus Superman because I always felt it was a rush job, and you should have at least done a Man of Steel movie, another one, or try to do Ben Affleck's solo Batman film that would lead into Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, you do. Get a couple Superman movies under your belt. Get like a couple Batman movies, and then have you get Superman, Batman. You put the Wonder Woman movie. So when she shows up at Batman v Superman, it makes sense. Hell, even set up like the Aquaman movie and stuff. Like, start throwing these movies out here. So yes, Batman v Superman, we can have it, and you can bring all these things together. Even though I think they did too much, and yeah, no, it established some stuff, and don't do stuff dumbly like you did. But I guess there's no stopping that. But
yeah,
because that was always going to piss me off.
Everything like you can, they thought they can stuff it like a fucking Thanksgiving turkey, and then it's just, like Matt said, you stuffing everything in. If you thought with a twist you get a diamond, he's like, you get nothing but a fucking steak palm.
Look, I like movies, some movies that are chock full of stuff, but like at the same time, I like you got to do it right, and this movie just didn't balance it well. It fucking already had a lot of depictions of characters I'm not really a fan of them being depicted that way. Because at least Man of Steel is like a fun movie. Like, I can still enjoy that movie. I might not agree with how some characters are depicted, but I still like that movie. But Batman v Superman, it's just like, yeah, there's some decent depictions in there, but then it's like, oh, we're going to shit on this character, we're going to shit on this character, your villain's going to be a fucking crackhead Riddler, but we're going to say it's Lex Luthor, but it's his son, so you can't get mad at us. It's like, yes, I can. Just put the real Lex Luthor in the movie. Stop hiding behind it's his son to say it's oh, well, you think it's bad? A version of Lex Luthor? It's not Lex Luthor, it's his son. So you should have gave us the real Lex Luthor then. Nobody wanted his dumbass son.
No one wanted Lex Luthor Jr. No one that wanted a Riddler, like a Riddler from the Batman Forever bumped up to 11. We didn't need that.
Yeah.
We needed the real Lex Luthor. You could have at least you could have said that. Well, you could have at least brought the real Lex Luthor in like half the film. That probably would have helped. Like if you brought Bryan Cranston, it's like, sorry, Junior, you failed. I'm going to take over. That probably would have been fun.
Yeah, that would have saved. That wouldn't have saved the movie, but that would have made it a little better. Fucking Bryan Cranston for sure would have been better. I don't know. He's like playing He's playing like a parody of the real billionaires, which is fine. But you got to do it in the real Lex Luthor wise. And then he's over here like Toyman. He thought he was gonna play Toyman or the Riddler, and then they told him, "No, you're not." And then he just kept playing it that way. And it's like, well, this is just terrible. He's like, it's too. He's too animated. It's just no.
Yeah. WB made a bad call, a very bad call.
Yeah, it's just that movie. Just there's so many things to that movie where I'm just like, eh. You know, as a wise man would say, eh, eh. Oh, you're good, Sam.
Yeah, it's so good. I sent you the link via email, Sam. I sent it to your Gmail. If you still can check that. Sam will definitely be joining. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw Justice League. I mean, there were some entertaining moments, but just the Joss Whedon version felt also a bit rushed too in a way because
it's Frankensteinish.
Yeah. And something about Cavill not wanting to shave his mustache because he was filming the Mission Impossible Fallout or something like that.
Yeah. Which I guess in that he has a mustache. I don't know. I never watched those movies. Well, the sequels, so I don't know.
Yeah, he had a mustache in the Fallout. Yeah. And I don't even own Man of Steel. The only thing before then I own the Dark Knight trilogy, but anything else after that I never really bought. Didn't buy Man of Steel. Didn't buy Batman vs Superman for sure. Didn't buy Justice League or even the Snyder Cut. I think I have the first Aquaman because at least that was a fun movie. And this was before
the real Amber one.
What was your thoughts? You didn't mind it, or that was it?
I kind of forget. I gotta rewatch it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. I remember there was an octopus playing the drums. I think that's in the first movie.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. It's been a while. I actually saw this movie in theaters, so yeah. It's been a while.
I'll just check it out at some point. To like clarify things in my head.
And eventually, I might check out the new Jurassic World, or is it called Jurassic World? I can't even remember.
I think I don't know. It looked pretty cool, but then I heard people saying it sucks, so I'm like, oh, I don't know. With Jurassic Park, after the third one, I didn't see After World, but after the third one, I just felt like I just don't really care, and I'll go back and watch them all at some point, but I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise to begin with. I do like them. I like the first three movies. Like, I do like them, and I like the fight in the fourth one, but that's about it. I don't know. After a while, I just kind of got. It just kept. I didn't see the point anymore, and I'm not really a fan of that fourth one they did, the revival one with like Chris Pratt and stuff.
Jurassic World, yeah. I
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people seem to love it. I thought it was a tad over. To me, it was overrated. I mean, I didn't hate it. It was entertaining in some parts, but I felt like, how in the world is
Yeah.
this new monster? It supposedly has a camouflage, but yet it only uses it once. So,
The chameleon dinosaur.
yeah, chameleon dinosaur that has the ability to camouflage, but yet you only make it use it once. Wouldn't it be able to use it, more than once? Doesn't it have the ability to do that? But I guess that was not in the script, I suppose. But I thought Fallen Kingdom was an improvement, believe it or not. I know critics and some audiences didn't think so for whatever reason, but I thought it was. Then a lot of people didn't seem to like the next one, but at least you have the original cast back, and thankfully, spoiler, none of them die, so they don't get killed off. So
Oh.
they didn't get the Han Solo or Luke Skywalker treatment. So
Well, that's good.
earlier when I was talking about uploading clips for movies, I don't know if I will upload more James Bond because they don't seem to get quite as much views, and plus other YouTubers who have way more subscribers and get more views, they probably already seen the clip, and maybe I don't know, maybe I don't know if I'll upload that stuff because not a whole lot of people are watching it. So, but I'm wondering if I should do something similar to what I did with Narrow Margin. That wasn't a film that wasn't seen as much. Like, I keep thinking I want to do something like of Robot Jocks. I don't know if you've ever heard of that movie.
Oh, I've heard of it. I've never seen it, but I've been interested in it. I hear that one's fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a live commentary on that at some point as well too. The very first live action robot film I saw was more than likely that. So from childhood.
Hell yeah.
I still have the VHS. It's more likely it's in storage, but I still have the VHS. Back when I was trying to find the film, it was like a hard to find type of movie. And it's strange. I saw the VHS cover at Blockbuster, but for whatever reason, they didn't have the tape underneath it. It was not there. I was like, damn it. Someone rented before me, and I don't think it was even rented. So yeah, so I don't know what the deal is on that, but. I don't know if you're still in the chat, Sam. I sent you the link via email, so I don't know if you saw the link or if you're having trouble. If you want me to send it via Instagram, I can do that too. But I thought maybe if I send it to you on email, you have a better chance of getting on. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it said he's a tad bit buzzed, so maybe it's just taking him a minute. But I'm sure he'll be in.
Yeah. So you're still trying to figure out a date to do to do those 3 films that involves Corman and those other directors?
Well, I'm not even worrying about the date right now because not everybody has picked their picks, so that's got to be done first. I'm just kind of, uh, I'm just kind of waiting on that and stuff. We'll get to it when we get to it. No rush.
Okay.
But yeah, that Remo Williams thing sounds fun.
Oh yeah, just gotta get John, Lawman Beyond. Seems like Charlie's willing to do it. I want to see if I can get Zero Cool on there too as well.
Oh yeah.
And see if anyone else wants to join. Well, I'm trying to. I think I can have 10 people in there, 8 or 10 people. I don't remember. So I wonder if it's in my little people. Okay, it's just letting me know who's on there currently with me. So yeah. So I can definitely increase your volume. It looks like because I'm all the way up, but apparently I can maybe increase your volume. Go ahead and speak. I want to see what happens.
Yeah. We're speaking. They work?
I guess. I got nearly close to the top, so see what happens. Don't know if it makes a difference. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, it says it here. You can have up to 10 people on screen at once.
Oh, you got it where you can have 10?
Yep. 10. X marks the spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'll put an Instagram chat, see if he goes in there. So. Tad buzzed, huh, Sam? You sure it's just a tad buzzed?
Mm.
So how's this week been treating you?
Okay, thanks.
That's good.
No. Same old, same old.
Yeah. Just glad that it's Friday. Sadly, the one thing I do like from one of the recent things that Taco Bell, one of the new burritos they had, which I actually thought was good, the crispy avocado ranch burrito, crispy, or really technically like a crispy chicken tender avocado ranch burrito. I noticed, for whatever reason, I thought maybe I should check out the nutrition value on this thing. I know it's not going to be the greatest, but I wanted to see how much salt was in there because I don't want to have to consume too much salt. And apparently, turns out there's 1,500 milligrams of salt in that thing, in that burrito.
Mm-hmm.
Like, geez, really? That much salt? I don't think I'm going to get it again. Unless I want to have a salt bomb of a meal, that's the way to go. There it is.
Yeah, that does sound like a lot of salt.
And it's not really a big burrito. It's like an okay size at best, but still, geez. That and I think really the only healthy thing that's in there is the red cabbage they put in it, or if you have the pico de gallo, that's probably the two healthiest things. But I normally remove the pico de gallo because I don't really like tomatoes in my burritos. I mean, I'm not a big, huge fan of tomatoes unless if they're like salt, at least if it's like crushed or ketchup, stuff like that. So it's same with me. I don't know if you're a fan of tomatoes or you're kind of indifferent to
Oh,
them.
I like tomatoes. I like tomatoes. Yeah,
Tomato,
you
say tomato. Go ahead.
yeah. Wait, do you not like tomatoes? My bad. My brain is elsewhere.
No worries. Not necessarily, but I mean, the only times I might eat them is if I need to, since they're good for your heart. Maybe I'll eat like small pieces of it, but I don't like it with inside things like burgers or sandwiches or
Hmm.
tacos, burritos, and stuff like that.
Oh, not even in tacos?
No, I just like
Uh,
having the I just like having the meat, lettuce, and if I feel up to it, guacamole that's in there. Because
you
some,
gotta have cheese though. You can't
yes,
not have cheese in a taco.
you got to have the cheese, even if it's not even if it's a breakfast taco, right?
Yeah, that you got like what is a taco with no cheese? I've never heard or seen or had a taco with no cheese. And I know I'm the cheese guy, but I'm just saying in general, even if I wasn't into cheese like that, it's still like, yeah, no, yeah, you need the cheese. I don't see, I can't see a taco working without cheese. I don't, or a burrito.
Right. You think what else do you think could be with that couldn't be without anything else? Would you say let's? I don't know if you're a big sour cream guy and all that.
Oh, sour cream. Yeah, I could see maybe going without, but I do like that in tacos and burritos. I do think that is an essential member. You know, like that is an essential part of it. Because I like how sometimes you have that, and then you have the like salsa sauce, like with the ting, and the two like mix, and it's good. Like one on the own is good, but when those two like contrasting, I know this is going to sound weird. I'm going kind of deep on this, and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to say it anyways. When the two contrasting flavors combine, it's really fucking good.
I know. It's understandable when when they have this unexpected chemistry that just flows well together.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I feel about guacamole. I don't know how big you are into guacamole.
I think I've had a little bit of it. I don't really have an opinion on it. I would have to have it again. I haven't had it in a while that I know of to have an opinion on the guacamole. Guacamole. I said guacamole. That's not a thing. Guacamole.
Maybe you should call it guacamole. That might be
Yeah. The
Trentsy's version of guacamole.
guacamole. Some of that good high quality guacamole.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn good guacamole. You dip your chips in it. No, I'm done.
It's all good. We all like to dip our chips in some guacamole. And
Yeah,
if we need
guacamole.
if if we had to have if there's anything maybe tamales could use is maybe some guacamole.
Guacamole, guacamole.
You say tomato and I say tomato.
Yeah.
Potato, and I say potato.
Potato.
That kind of goes good in tacos. Is potatoes, as I've discovered. Of course, if you're having the typical, sausage, egg, and potato breakfast taco, then
Mm.
there you go. That's what I always like. Got to have those three combinations. Used to, I would not have cheese in them, but I have to admit, sometimes if I do, I will add cheese. If I don't have any kind of protein in it other than the egg. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll have some egg and potato tacos if I feel up to it.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Breakfast tacos in general, or egg and potato tacos.
I might have. I don't know if I've had breakfast tacos. I've had breakfast burritos. I've eaten the shit out of so I think I've had maybe a version of that in a burrito, but yeah, I don't think I've ever had a breakfast taco. But burrito, yes, I've had a shit ton of breakfast burritos.
Where'd you have them at exactly?
I just random places. Sometimes they were made house stuff, but like I'm pretty sure I've had them at like just random breakfast places and stuff like that. Just I don't remember like specifically the place, but I know I've had them, and I know they're even like gas stations will have the like breakfast burritos. Sometimes the frozen ones, but sometimes they'll have the ones they're like cooking on their little plate back there at like a 7-Eleven or something. Those are good too. Don't deny those breakfast burritos from the gas stations, man. There's a reason why that guy broke in and began a battleship to get that breakfast burrito. That was not bullshit. That was good representation. Although, don't break in the gas stations.
Right.
That's the moral of the tale.
I guess if you gotta go for those gas station burritos, then yeah. If you're craving it, then yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And surprisingly, my dentist appointment went well, actually, believe it or not. She was actually able to get the plaque off a little easier. It was mainly due to the fact that I was using this. I have to go get it. This Bridex, this oral rinse. Apparently, it really helps helps with the microbacteria in your mouth. So yeah.
Gotcha.
And the day before, I was actually watching both dentist movies. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen those, but I have heard of those. I do want to watch them because I know it's like a killer dentist. And there's another one too, like Mr. Giggles. I want to see that too. Or Dr. Giggles. Yeah. Thank you for that.
All three of those movies are on Tubi, so.
Yeah, they're on the list. I will get to those at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one movie I thought about bringing up where you see where certain actors, are getting old, like Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones. That was a tough guy kind of role. And Dial of Destiny, kind of saw how what he eventually kind of became, kind of a broken shell of a man in a way. I don't think I don't think you still haven't seen the fifth one yet. So
No, I don't know if I will anytime soon. I don't really have too much of an interest.
yeah, someone actually uploaded the movie on YouTube, and I did try to see if I could download it, but for whatever reason, I wasn't able to get it. I thought it downloaded, but apparently, I guess it didn't fully get it for whatever reason. So I thought that was weird. So because that's my least favorite of the five, and I already have the previous four on Blu-ray, so I'm definitely good there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know my mom definitely went in to do some grocery shopping. She definitely needed to get some eggs, apparently. So, she,
Right.
but I mean, yeah, I'm saving my eggs for this for next week whenever August rolls around. So yeah, and
Well,
but tomorrow I want to go to Whataburger, get myself a tasty breakfast. I already know what I'm going to go for. Jalapeno cheddar biscuit.
oh, nice. I don't think I've ever been to Whataburger.
Yeah, I think I think they're only in Texas. I don't know if they ever expanded to any other states. If they have, I don't know what they were. So we'll see if they ever expand Whataburger in other states. Maybe I think maybe well, actually there are some. It's expanded to 16 states. They're in Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Nevada. Nevada, not Nevada. New Mexico, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Tennessee, and of course Texas.
Nevocado.
Yeah, I think
Nevocado,
that's it.
Nevada.
I must have made the people hungry or bored because there's 0 people watching now.
It happens.
Yeah,
Maybe they're all getting food.
yeah. Maybe they're all getting food because they want some. They have the munchies. Or maybe they want to get some blueberry pancakes. Hey Jack, have that bitch make me some blueberry pancakes right now. The road trip scene, where apparently the old guy was getting really high, and he imagines the dog speaking to him, which is quite hilarious.
Yeah, I haven't seen Road Trip in a while.
Yep, it was definitely before Freddy got fingered. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, way before that one. Yeah.
So I guess we're definitely going to see an increase in temperatures. That shouldn't be too surprising. How was the weather up there? Was it not too hot or actually hot?
It's it's been pretty warm and it got pretty hot, but it's not bad right now. Well, it was hot earlier, but it's not bad down here.
Yeah, because for some strange reason, like in Texas especially, there's been a lot of heat-related car deaths or something like that I've heard.
I mean, I bet in Texas you got to be careful with that stuff. It's hot up there.
Yeah, in 2025, there's at least been 16 child heat stroke deaths. That's what it is, heat stroke deaths
Oh shit.
in vehicles. I'm like, did they ever really roll down the window or something? What's going on with that?
Well, is it like children or?
That's what it looks like.
That's fucked up. You know what it probably is? It's the parents leaving the kid in the back seat when they go in the store, and they don't roll down the window or anything. And if they're in there, if they're in the store for a while, the kid's it's gonna happen. The kid's gonna, could die from that stuff. Like kids and animals, that happens to more than you would like to think. And a lot of it's just like not purpose. It's just kind of ignorance and dumb. No offense, but it's just really a dumb move, and it's just really sad that people don't like at least roll down the window. And look, I get like not everywhere's like that, so it might be people that don't know Texas that well. But Texas will get that hot, and hell, even New York sometimes gets that hot. Like, it's just not all the time over here that hot. But you guys are like hot all the time, almost. Not all the time, but you know what I mean. More consistently. So it's just sad. It's just really sad.
Yeah. Or not only crack down the window, but give them have some water ready too. You gotta hydrate it. That's gonna be the case.
Yeah.
Kino Lorber was having some kind of treasure chest sale, and I'm tempted to buy a few movies from them, but I don't know if I want to spend my money. I was trying to really keep it in my spending wise budget. Just really buy food. Occasionally see a movie, but see it on Tuesdays. Stick with that kind of plan, which I've been doing well for the most part, except for this coming weekend.
Right, but that's a thing with your mom. That's something special.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, kind of a little gift, a little birthday gift, and everything. So.
Oh, it's her birthday?
No, well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't last week. It was well, okay, the day. Well, last week was her birthday. Last Tuesday was her birthday. So yeah.
Oh, happy birthday! Well, happy belated birthday to your mother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. She turned 60, she turned 66. So yeah.
That's neat.
Yep. Yep. Getting up there. My dad's in his early 70s. We'll see what happens on that. Both our birthdays are in the same month of December, so we still got a ways. Yeah, I honestly don't have much of a bucket list, but I know the two things I mentioned earlier. To Charlie was definitely possibly hiking the Appalachian and maybe getting a boat of my own and just kind of sailing. Being free on the ocean.
That could be cool.
Yeah, the boats, of course, are not cheap, sadly. So
No.
unless if I was one of the stepbrothers that wanted to rent my dad's boat and do a music video or something like that. But yeah, I promise, but I'll make sure not to crash it like they did.
Yeah.
Are the cats doing good?
Yeah. The ones that are around, yeah, they're doing pretty good.
The ones that are lice, right?
Yeah. But yeah. The ones seem pretty good.
That's good. So just out of curiosity, where did that name, all the angel dust salted the baboon's waist?
Listed bouquet. I don't think I spelled bouquet right, but it is a thing. Yeah, I don't know if this kind
Where is
of
it from?
came
Where
to
is it
me.
from? Oh, it's just something you made up on?
Yeah, this is kind of just words popped in my brain, and they created a sentence, and it is a thing. Yes.
Yep. I know and I just realized the new Fantastic Four just opened. So.
Oh yeah, I saw that. My friend Marty did a review of it.
What do you think?
He wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
He said it had some good parts to it, but the his main problem with it is the characters had no chemistry with each other. The actors didn't really play off of each other very well.
So he said that basically the 2005 version, they definitely have more chemistry for sure. Unless I don't know if he did a review of that.
Yeah. Oh, you saw it?
What? So what?
You saw his review?
No, I was just wondering if he did a review or if he ever talked about it. His thoughts on the 2005.
Oh yeah, he brought up the 05 one, and he was like, for all its faults, it has he said that the cast is really good at that chemistry and stuff, and I agree. I like those 05 movies.
Did you see the second one, Rise of the Silver Surfer?
Yeah, that one has, I like parts of that one, but it does have a lot of problems. Like Galactus is a cloud.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell's idea was Galactus was a cloud.
I think it was the director. That was Tim Story's choice apparently. But I assume that he was definitely going to be in the third one because I don't think they were going to kill off Galactus like that. I think that was just a precursor. Like maybe they were going to introduce him and see his true form in the third movie.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not a cloud anymore. I'm a giant purple man. It's like, Why don't you just give us the giant purple man? I don't know. I'll give this new one a shot. I heard Mole Man's in it, and I like the Mole Men, so that should be fun.
Yeah, it looks like they did a good job on Galactus from what I saw. But
Yes, Galactus looks like Galactus. He's a giant purple man. It's what it is, or a giant man in purple armor.
did you ever see the concept art for Galactus in this when they were maybe going to introduce his physical or the machine form of him?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yes, I get the point. There you go.
Oh. Well, from what I could see, that doesn't look like bad. That actually looks like a good idea they could have went with.
Yeah.
Man, if they went with that, people wouldn't be as mad.
Yeah. Yeah. If they were going to at least do that in the third movie, I definitely would be on board for sure. At least he was purple.
Yeah. They got that right.
Yes. Another bad decision. A bad decision by Tim Story. I mean, I don't think he even did any. I don't know if he did anything else after Fantastic Four. He was like this.
Yeah, no, people hate that movie. They hate that Silver Surfer one.
It definitely has issues, but I don't think it was the worst thing I've ever seen. So yeah.
I think the cast really helps those movies, because with all the problems they have, I think the first one's pretty good. And the second one, yes, I have problems with it and remember not liking it, but I do remember liking the scenes with the Fantastic Four. Like, none of my problems were with the Fantastic Four themselves. Like, they all did pretty good. Like, even with the marriage thing in the second one, yes, that was a little awkward, but it was fine. And Johnny and Thing, Ben's dynamic in that was really fun. Yeah, I just thought, like, 3 out of 4 of those castings were, like, perfect castings for all 5. And then the weakest casting was still pretty decent and did a good job.
That includes the 2015 version.
Oh no. I mean, they had like, I will say the casting in there not bad either on paper, but just, oh god, terrible fucking movie.
Hey guys,
Fuck that Fantastic Four.
Hey, Sean, welcome, man. It's been a while.
Hey man.
Hey man, sorry, Scotty. It's been a fucking busy couple months, man.
It's all good, man.
How have you been? It's gonna be even busier for me heading forward, but how have you guys
It's all
been?
good. I mean, everything's decent, you know. I'm just, just taking the best of it and just, I'm at 800, so I'm, I have nowhere to go but up, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, We were just talking about Fantastic Four. I don't know if you saw any of those movies or what your thoughts
Oh
on them.
yeah. I saw the new one yesterday. I had a fun time with it, man. I thought it was good.
You did? Okay.
Did you guys see it? The new one?
I have not.
I didn't yet.
Yeah, I thought the new one was a lot of fun, man. It feels to me, at least now, I don't know what your guys' tastes are on the other Marvel films, but it felt like a step in the right direction, to be honest, for the MCU. So it gives me optimism for where things are heading because it feels it was a confident film. I don't really feel like the other MCU films were ever confident over the past 2 to 3 years. So I definitely think this is a big step up. Even from Thunderbolts, it's a big step up. So I had a good time with the movie. The fucking earlier ones, Fan Force is awful.
You mean the 2015 one?
Yeah, with Miles Teller and stuff. I thought that movie was terrible. It was
Yeah, that fucking sucked.
to me, it was boring, man. Just nothing happened in the movie. And
They took the fun part out of Fantastic Four. How do you do that?
yeah, exactly. So that Fan Force Sick was awful. The earlier ones with Jessica Alba and shit, they're cheesy. I think they're horrible, but I think they're fun enough
Yeah.
to
Fun.
that context of that time. But yeah, no, this is definitely like because I remember watching the original Fantastic Four, like the the Jessica Alba one in the theaters when I was a kid when it came out, and it was just so cheesy that I was like, it was fun, you know what I mean? It was stupid. I had a good time with this new one, so I thought it was. So yeah, no,
Yeah, I do want to give it a shot. I love the '05 Fantastic Four. I love those. Well, the sequel not so much, but I love the movie, and I think what carried that movie was the cast. I think the cast was wonderful.
Chris Evans was just too much for me, man. I can't lie.
Well, she's the weakest casting. Like Jessica Alba, yes, she was not a good Susan Storm, but she does okay. But Michael Chiklis as Ben Grimm, fantastic casting. The guy they got as Mr. Fantastic, perfect. Chris Evans might be a better Human Torch than he was Captain America. I know that's controversial, but just my opinion. He was perfect. But yeah, Jessica Alba was weak, but she did okay. She wasn't terrible, but she was definitely the weakest casting. But I thought all the other of the main four,
Yeah.
3 of them were like perfect.
Yeah. No, I definitely think the guy who played Ben, I like that character a lot in that original movie. Reed Richards is good casting, I agree. I just thought now maybe it's the writing, but Sue Storm in the earlier movies was boring to me. She didn't do anything in the movies to me. I felt like she was just a wooden character. That might have been the writing, but I don't necessarily even blame the casting of Chris Evans either. I just thought the writing was a bit too cartoonish for me. That was just me. But,
that's fair.
But then again, that's the tone of the film, so I can't even blame that either. So the movie is very cheap. So yeah, but no, this new one is a lot. I'll be honest, I was very skeptical about Pedro Pascal as Dr. Reed. I thought he actually, in the context of the film, I think they all do a really good job. Easily the standout for me was Sue Storm in this movie. As Vanessa Kirby played Sue Storm. She was
a good casting. I haven't seen the movie, but I know it's like, yeah, that would work.
Yeah. No, in the context of the film, they all really work well, I think. But Sue Storm is easily the best part of the movie to me from a casting standpoint. So no, I think you guys should give it a shot if you're interested in it. Give it a shot.
It's on the list.
Yeah, you guys saw Superman?
I saw it.
What did you think? I had a lot of fun with it, man.
Did you say you had or didn't have a lot of fun?
I did have a lot of fun. Because I think the thing about Superman for me was, now again, it kind of goes hand in hand with James Gunn for me. You either like it or you don't. That's kind of the way I saw the movie. I don't know what you thought about it, but it was like, for me, normally, I wouldn't like that kind of movie because it's very zany and stuff, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know, for some reason in Superman, this version of Superman, look, I'll be honest, I didn't really get into the character up until Man of Steel, to be completely honest with you. And look, I'm not the Snyder fans piss me off. I don't like the Snyder fans at all. but Man of Steel to me was a movie that got me interested in the character of Superman. I wasn't really huge. Not that I was necessarily not a fan, but I just didn't watch the character growing up as much, right? And then
Hmm.
but this new, I didn't really have expectations from a comic standpoint for this new movie. I was like, okay, this is, a, I was just more like, okay, what I was a little bit upset, not upset about, sort of, worried about, sort of a thing was, I hated how the previous version of the DCEU, where they basically cut it off at the knees, like four films left. You know what I mean? Like where they had, because they had the last four films of the previous DC, universe, and they said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna stop and we're gonna start this new universe." I didn't really like that because I was like, you're basically cutting out all the stakes when you're telling me that there's no point. So why do I care, sort of a thing. But no, but I had a fun time with this new Superman movie, man. It's very like, I'm very curious to see how they fit in Batman and stuff into this world, because it's, they're making the R-rated Clayface movie that's a body horror film, and that's in the same universe. And then they're doing the Batman movie, which is obviously, so like, I'm very curious to see how they balance those kinds of tones. But I had a fun time with the movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. What did you guys think? Did you
Greg
guys?
he hasn't seen it yet, but he'll
Oh, he hasn't seen it yet. Okay.
But there are some parts I do like. I think David Cornswit did a good job.
I agree.
The suit may not be the suit that I'm used to, but it was, the suit is decent. A lot of people complained about it, and yeah,
They did? Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, I guess they didn't like how the S was shaped, or they thought the suit didn't really fit him as well. Was the thing, or looked too baggy or something like that. So.
Oh, really? I did not. I thought David Cornswit did an awesome job in the character.
No, that has performance. They're talking about the suit.
We're talking about the suit. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
That's what they were complaining about. I don't think they had any complaints on it.
I thought the suit was good. I don't know.
It was decent. I feel like Christopher Reeve's Superman suit really stands out the best.
That's fair.
It just represents the character, and just the pose really stand out.
Oh, dude, I can barely hear you. I don't know about that's.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah, Scotty, you're really low.
yeah, can you hear me now?
That's better. A lot better.
Yeah. How about now?
That's better.
Hear me now. Good.
Go ahead. You were saying?
Oh yeah, the suit. Yeah, I think a lot of people praised his performance, but they were complaining about the suit and maybe just some of the writing or the humor. And I mean, the humor I wouldn't say is the worst thing, but I feel like it doesn't suit Superman. I feel like that's more James Gunn style, like it suits the Guardians of the Galaxy, but maybe the humor doesn't exactly. What's up?
Oh no, I said I agree. And but the thing for me, so where I was mixed was Lex Luthor. Now I think Nicholas Holt's performance as Lex Luthor was awesome. I thought the performance.
Yeah, he was good. He's still much better than Jesse fucking Eisenberg. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. That was terrible, man. I never liked that version of that character. No matter, but so I think performatively, I thought Nicholas Hoult was an awesome, and he's a fucking awesome actor. But where I was a little bit mixed was the writing of his character, in a sense that I get that he's supposed to be like the characterization of Lex Luthor is this, what do you call it? Like, frankly, a bitch for Superman. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah, he's a mega hater. He's this super smart dude who could be doing really great stuff in his life, but he goes around. He rather spend his time trying to fuck with the Superman dude. Yeah, and he says, "Oh, it's to protect her from this alien," and part of that's true, but mostly it's because he wants to be Superman. He's jealous of him.
Yeah, and that's exactly the characterization of the film. So from a comic standpoint, I've heard that that's entirely accurate. To me, it was just in the context of the film, while that's comic book accurate, and I thought the performance by Nicholas Hoult was fucking great. To me, he was just such a little bitch, frankly, that I was just like, I just couldn't wait to fucking have to snap his fucking head off. And that's a satisfying lead up to the movie. to have him completely like ripped to shit. But so it was more of a mixed thing. But I mean, it wasn't necessarily an outright negative with the film.
Yeah.
I definitely thought Rachel Brosnahan as Lois, I thought was great. Thought she was really
Yeah.
good. Because to be honest, even the previous iterations of Lois, now granted, Christopher Reeves, I still think Christopher Reeves is obviously a classic for the character.
Mhm.
And you know that dynamic with him and that version of Lois Lane, I mean, obviously that's classic. I was never really into the Lois Lane character in terms of the movies previously, to be honest. Maybe it
Right.
was just the way that it was characterized in the context of the film, but I just wasn't. It wasn't really. There was a disconnect from me. But I thought Rachel
Mhm.
Brosnahan was awesome in this. I thought she really made me. I liked her also because she wasn't passive. She was actively doing stuff shit, and
Mhm.
felt like someone who could actually take charge in spots. So I liked her, and I thought their chemistry as characters was great. Um, the only thing, I mean, and I this is the thing I was saying about, you know, for you when you see it, man, it's like you're either it's similar to I think Fantastic Four, but even more the case. It's like I think with this Superman, you either like it or you don't, and it's gonna be
Mhm.
either because I know a bunch of people like a bunch of friends of mine are like stuff like that who are mixed on the movie, who are super comic book nerds, you know, and stuff like that. For me, it was like I had a lot of fun with it, but I can completely get the other side where because it's so zany and so over the top, but it leans into it, and it's like no fucks given. This is the kind of movie it is. So for me, I found that refreshing and I found it fun, and I thought it was well made. So, but you're either gonna like it or you don't, I think. But in terms of negatives, I have to think back to the movie. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I have to think about the movie, but yeah, I mean, Lex was my main mix. And then,
Mhm.
I thought the pacing was a little bit too fast. I liked how it was paced, but it was. I wish they had some time to breathe on things in certain beats.
Right.
But that was it. I had a lot of fun with it, no, for sure. But yeah, no. But have you guys seen what is it, F1?
Yeah, I saw that.
I loved it, man.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a fun movie for sure.
Yeah, I'm a.
I'm def-
I like Brad Pitt quite a bit, though. That's just me.
yeah, I think the last movie I saw him in before was probably the Bullet Train, or I think it was
Oh,
called.
that's right. Yeah, he was in Bullet Train. I forgot about that movie.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Bullet Train was fun, man.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
definitely fun.
This one had the same creative team as Top Gun Maverick. It was the same
Yeah.
director as Maverick, and then
Yep.
Jerry Bruckheimer was one of the producers on it and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah. There's a possibility that they may try to do like kind of a crossover with Days of
crossover.
Thunder, which I'd like to see happen. You know,
Yeah. With Days of
I like Days of Thunder. It was definitely a fun Tom Cruise movie.
No,
I
for
mean,
sure.
it
It's
did.
definitely like one of those, like Top Gun, where the original was a classic. It's like that.
Mhm.
So like, it's like one of those cult classic films. Like, with Top Gun, like I'll be honest, it was. I think the movie is a great film. I just didn't grow up with the original Top Gun, so I didn't have the
Right.
nostalgia for it. But
Mhm.
I'm a Tom Cruise fan, so I went to see the Maverick, and I was blown the fuck away by that movie.
Oh yeah,
And,
Top Gun Maverick was my favorite movie of that year. Saw it 10 times.
seeing that in IMAX was an experience, man. That
Oh
was
yeah.
man. And but yeah, no. So I thought F1 was a lot of fun. I thought the racing scenes were fucking top notch, man.
Oh
The
yeah.
way they were filmed and the way it was cut was. I thought it was a great. Now it's a tried and true underdog, story. Nothing new story wise, but I just think it's a really good. It's a really fun popcorn flick. Popcorn lunch kind of the movie sort of a thing. So I had a fun time with that.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah.
I don't.
Now, I know you guys are not Nolan fans, but I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what is it, the Odyssey coming out next year. I don't know if you guys heard this, but they literally released so there's the opening day, like the pre screenings, the Wednesday pre screenings for IMAX 70 millimeter film. They were literally released it last week, and it's all sold out. And a trailer is not
Mm.
even released. So I don't know any other filmmaker who can completely sell out tickets before a trailer's released. So I saw the teaser in Superman. It looks epic as fuck, so I'm excited for that one. But next year we got a bunch of movies. There's Odyssey coming out. There's Dune Part 2 or Part 3. There's the Batman that's coming out part 2. Spielberg's doing another picture that's coming out like a UFO film. That seems interesting. I know Jordan Peele's doing another film. Even this year and next year he's doing another film. So I think next year we got some big Arcturus swings. So I'm excited for next year for sure. What else do we got coming out this year?
I know. Did you see the new Mortal Kombat trailer? Mortal Kombat 2.
Are they making a new one?
It's coming out this
Yep.
October.
I did not know that. I don't think I've seen it. Is it an extension off of the latest one?
Yeah, this
Mhm.
time I don't know if you heard, but Carl Urban's portraying Johnny Cage. In this
Oh, I did not know that. Okay. No, I haven't.
I know
not
that-
seen it.
I know that the person I've interacted with, he goes by Gabo. He's a huge Mortal Kombat film. He truly believes it's not going to do that. Or it doesn't look that good to him. He thinks it's. He has no expectations for this one, just to put it mildly. So.
I haven't even. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, I haven't even seen it. But did you guys like the last Mortal Kombat film?
I mean, it's okay, but it could have been better. I mean, I like I
100%.
really like the opening was really good between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I felt like they should have based the movie around that.
Those first 10 minutes were fucking awesome. And then I felt I didn't. Now some people despised the way the movie ended. I wasn't in that camp, to be honest. I thought that if I were to grade the movie, I would give it like a 3 out of 5. You know what I mean? Where I think the beginning 10 minutes is like a fucking 10 out of 10. I really like the beginning of the movie. And then afterwards, I had a lot of flaws with it. Sub-Zero, I thought, was a fucking kick-ass character in this movie.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely a good addition
and
to
a
it.
very intimidating villain. I thought he was an awesome villain. So, yeah, no, so definitely I thought he was, for me, the best part of the movie for sure. But I had a lot of flaws with the movie, but it's like a 6.5 or 7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the character of Cole, I just don't care for. I know that.
Yeah. I didn't care for the character either.
From what I understood, he's pretty good in Cobra Kai. Louis Tan, if you've seen all the Cobra Kai seasons.
Oh no, I haven't seen the Cobra Kai films. Or no.
I mean,
Yes, I've seen
show.
Cobra Kai. What the fuck am I saying? Of course, I've seen Cobra Kai. My bad.
I did see the new Karate Kid film Legends, and I thought it was a decent film in its own way.
I wasn't a fan of it. I mean, it wasn't like I hated it, but I thought it was boring. I just didn't think it was like the whole thing about. Have you seen? I'm sorry, man. I forget your name. Remind me one more time. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh, I'm Bradley, but I also go by Trenchy. But you can call me Bradley if you want.
Okay.
I go by both.
Which do you prefer, man? Do you prefer anything?
Usually people on here just call me Trenchy, but I don't mind either. Like, Bradley's my real name. Trenchy's just kind of this name I've taken on.
Okay, I'll call you Trenchy, man, since we're on live. but no, have you what was I gonna say? Did you see the new Karate Kid film?
No, I haven't seen any new film from this year. I'm bad with newer movies, watching them right away.
Oh, you've not seen any movie this year? Okay, well,
no new movies. I've seen some older movies. I'm slow on movies unless it kind of I'm in a position where I'm like, oh, it's kind of there. I'll watch it. I usually don't get the new movies right away. I think the last movie I watched when it premiered was The Suicide Squad with James Gunn.
That came out like fucking, what was it, 2018, 2019?
No, 2021.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, no. So, I don't know if you care about spoilers for this new Karate Kid movie. If you do, then I won't say anything. But
I mean, it's up to Scotty. Me personally, it's a new Karate Kid movie. I mean, I'm more interested in Cobra Kai, and it's like, oh, we're doing it kind of off of that Karate Kid remake. I'm like, oh, yeah.
I gotta be honest. It's up to Scotty. What do you want? What do you think, man? I don't want to ruin anybody's experience with the movie.
Well, there's not many. Yeah. There's 0 people watching, so feel free to spoil it away.
Okay. No, it's just the entire thing that kicks it off is that he goes to this pizza shop. He's like a part of this pizza shop or something. I forget what was that, right, Scotty? I forget. But he's not really into karate. He's like this boxer or something. I forget what it was. what was it? I'm trying to blank. I'm
The
blanking.
Joshua Jackson character.
Yeah. No, the in this new one, what was it, man? Golly, I'm blanking on it now. Dude, he was a part of this. There was a boxing character in there, right? Scotty, I forget the name. I forget it. Now I'm blanking on it. Fuck, because I didn't like the long story short. I didn't like it, man. That's why I'm blanking on it. Because normally I wouldn't. I thought it was just boring. It was okay. The guy who played the kid was good. Jackie Chan's
Yeah.
always good at whatever he does. But honestly, like they brought back Ralph Macchio, right, in the movie, but
Mhm.
it
Yep.
was completely pointless because it was like honestly, it felt like they were just bringing him back for a legacy's sake. You know what I mean? So that was
Right.
I didn't really think there was a purpose for him in the film. What did you think, Scotty? Did you like the movie
I
or?
didn't have a problem with that. It was definitely nice to see Ralph Macchio in it for sure.
Yeah, it was good to see him in the movie, but what
And
was really his
I
point?
think he was trying to show him, another way to train. They were both combining,
Maybe.
just their styles of karate, and that's how he was probably able to defeat that guy just by using both styles. He can be on the attack, but he has to be mindful and everything, and
Yeah,
you know,
maybe. Yeah, I didn't hate it. I just thought it was okay. You know what I mean? Definitely, to
I
me,
mean,
my favorite movie this year by far is Sinners. I thought that was an amazing film. But that that
The Sinners looks good.
no, that to me is easily my favorite movie this year. Then it's not close. Uh, F1 and Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning are like my top 2 and 3. Um,
yeah,
I
I like Final Reckoning.
I do think with the Final Reckoning, like now, granted, I am someone, admittedly, huge Mission Impossible fan. I grew up with the franchise, you know what I mean, and I'm a Tom Cruise guy. I think I have so much of respect for him as a filmmaker myself that I like him a lot. But I don't think this is the best Mission Impossible by any means because the
No,
first
definitely.
hour is extremely expository, and I think they do a lot of cheating in the first half to it's just a bombardment of information. But I definitely have a lot. I had a lot of fun with it, and obviously there were two big stunts. Right, there was an underwater sequence in this that was very tension filled. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I agree. That was definitely well shot. Really added a lot of tension where he's trying to,
Yeah,
get away, and then the missiles the nukes or missiles that fall
yeah.
off kind of
Well,
block his
I thought that
escape.
scene was
So yeah,
fucking incredible. And then of course there's the big stunt, where he's hanging off of a biplane and stuff. When the trailer was coming out for it, for me, I was like, is it really going to be his best stunt? Because we've seen Tom Cruise do all kinds of shit, right? He hung up the airplane in Rogue Nation, climbed the Burj Khalifa, did all the helicopter scene in Fallout and all kinds of stuff. Let me tell you, the way that they cut it, the way it's utilized in the film, the way they cut it, the way they shoot it, it is the wildest stunt that he has ever done. I'm not going to say it's my favorite because it's not. That's the Burj Khalifa stunt. But just the way that it was handled in the film, and it's like the balls by him to be like, okay, the way it was handled, I'm like, holy shit, dude, you're literally defying death. And that scene was incredible to see in IMAX. So I think
you
for
mean when
me,
he's on the
at least,
plane?
yeah, the biplane sequence in the end of the movie.
Yeah,
So to me, those two standout sequences are like, and that's why I buy my ticket to an MI film sort of a thing. And so I had because of those two sequences, I had so much fun with it. Um, but I don't think Scotty. I don't know if agree with this or not. Even though this is called the final reckoning and there's a sense of finality to the picture, I don't necessarily think it was meant to be the final one. Because if you listen to how Tom Cruise talks, and whenever people ask him, "Hey, is this the final Mission Impossible film?" All he says in the press was, "It's called the Final Reckoning." So I think his plan is to go off for a couple of years, reestablish his other franchises like Days of Thunder, make another Top Gun film. There's even a Les Grossman film coming out, which I think is very interesting. A standalone for Les Grossman from fucking Tropic Thunder. I think that'll be awesome. He's doing a movie with Alejandro Iñárritu, the Revenant director. called it's a comedy film. That's interesting as well. So I think that's his plan, and then eventually maybe it'll come back. But no, I do think, I mean, for what it is, if they don't come back, I think they did a pretty good job of concluding it.
Right.
I would give it like a 4 out of 5, like an 8 out of 10 for me. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Not definitely it's flawed in the beginning, but I just think the two standout sequences make it worth my ticket. That's just me. But,
Yeah, I definitely felt it was a little slow paced
definitely.
in the beginning. I felt like Gabriel, to me, he really wasn't as much as a threat or intimidating.
Oh yeah, you now that you mention it, man, in Dead Reckoning, have you seen the previous movies?
Yes, I have, absolutely.
So you have seen it. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. In Dead
Yes.
Reckoning, I thought he was way more interesting than this.
Yeah, he seemed a bit more intimidating.
Yeah, and I definitely thought in this he was leaning too much into the I'm playing God villain. You know what I'm talking? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was just a little bit like it was a bit too cartoonish for me. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of Gabriel in this, and that's from a villain standpoint. But in general, in the movie, I thought the movie itself was great. 8 out of 10, but it just. I agree about Gabriel 100%. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
He also seemed to disappear for a bit too, as well.
Yeah, no, that's right. He did. Yeah. He wasn't even in the movie for like an hour.
And Luther, I'm kind of mixed on it. I can understand why maybe it was time for him to go, but you know.
Didn't that part of the film feel a bit odd to you, like as if they cut something out for his story? Because it kind of the way the scene of him dying was handled, I thought it was a great scene because I love the character Luther, man, from the other movies.
Oh yeah,
I think he's a great character, and so I think the way they handled that scene was great. But the way they handled it also felt like there was some other like dangling plot thread that they cut out. Did it feel that way for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like he also had an unexpected. Now that I think about it, he had like an unexpected illness, and I felt like that kind of came out of left field.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It kind of came out of left field. That's what I mean.
Considering the movie itself is a 2-hour and 50-minute movie, it just feels like. And also, I thought weren't they going to reveal a little bit more about his past because you in the beginning. You basically see a little bit of rehashing of the flashbacks. You didn't see anything new with that character. I thought that maybe they would try to explore it and reveal a little more. I was kind of disappointed that they didn't kind of expand on that.
Yeah. No, it definitely.
I would like to see I definitely would like to see him, reveal a little bit more of his past and even his past with Gabriel. It's like they kind of brushed that off.
That too, as well, man. That's a good point. It's like because in the previous movie, you remember Gabriel was set up to be this like. Oh, he has such a big history with Ethan's past. I didn't really feel they resolved that in this.
Yeah, I felt like they should have at least shown a little bit of the flashbacks to establish that. Hell, even the minute, even I said earlier, I felt like the film drags in areas in the first hour can even benefit from a few scenes being removed since it's like an almost a 2-hour and 50-minute movie.
Yeah.
And even the score. I mean, I didn't hate the score. The score was maybe decent, but I felt like it was lacking, and it felt like it was on autopilot at certain points of the movie. Since Lauren Balfe didn't return, it was actually someone else.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I didn't feel anything about the score, to be honest with you, but I definitely agree with you about Luther, and about Gabriel.
And Gabriel.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree about that, and definitely about the pacing of it for sure. But yeah, no, in general, even with those negatives, I would still want to watch this again. That's just me.
Yeah, and plus, I like how they actually brought back a character from the very first movie. The one that was in charge of they gave him something to do, and they kind of gave him a redemption arc of sorts.
Yeah, and I thought that was really fascinating the way they handled that.
Oh yeah,
but no, definitely I had a good time with that one. What else came out this year that I liked?
Yeah, I saw that in IMAX.
Yeah, and it was worth it for me. What else has come out this year?
I'm trying to remember what I saw. Of course, I saw Sinners. I liked the film fine.
Yeah. You told me that you liked it a lot last time we spoke.
Yeah, definitely had some. Definitely got some good interesting characters, especially the villain itself.
No, Sinners I thought was a great film.
I know that Rambo Rock for Life did not like the movie, but he did like the one scene where his character, guns down the the people the people that
Oh, the
sold
KKK
him the
guy.
building, the KKK guys.
Who didn't like the movie?
He what's up?
Who didn't like the movie?
Rambo Rap for Life. He's a YouTuber. He reviews a lot of films. He kind of likes the 80s, 90s kind of films. The good old days of Stallone, Schwarzenegger, and all that good stuff. So yeah.
Okay. No, I definitely felt for me, Sinners. It was like, to me, like okay, there's also a sense of bias because I know some of the crew on that movie and stuff, but in the movie itself, when I saw that movie, it was so dense with ideas and so rich with concepts that on paper don't necessarily seem like they should go together. But I felt Ryan Coogler was able to blend them all seamlessly, and I kind of the way that the movie was handled, it's you know the way because it was marketed as a vampire flick and stuff, and I mean people marketing it as a vampire film, I wouldn't necessarily say is mismarketing it, but I feel like you're underserving the film because there's so
Mhm.
much more at the heart of Sinners than just being a vampire romp. But I don't also know how you would accurately market the film because there's so much in the fucking movie, and like the whole scene, like where retro, where Sammy was bringing the past, the present, and the future, like in that
Mhm.
music joint sequence, was wild. And I'm like, that was such a creative scene. And I'm like, that was a crazy scene. And I mean, look, I'm a horror nut. I love me some horror movies. Um, and I also think Ryan Coogler as a I think this is his best directed film, and that's not close to me. It feels very personal for me, and that's kind of where I really liked the movie a lot. It felt very intimate and very personal for me. So, um, now as a vampire fan, I think they did a really good job with that side of the film. Greedily, I would have liked more of it. That's me being greedy as a vampire snob, but I still think to me this movie, and it's also one of the things that as a filmmaker myself that I really love is that it's an original film made for a budget like that and released wide by Warner Brothers. That's what I want. That's what I love, and that's what I'm gonna. That's what I support. And so that's why, with all those reasons, that's why I love the movie. But Michael B. Jordan is a talent, man. That guy was awesome in the movie. To me, I felt it was his best performance. Like in his career, I thought he definitely did the best job of his career. Playing both Smoke and Stack, I thought he was awesome. Stack was such a fun character, man, to me. The flamboyant side of him and all that stuff I thought was awesome. But I think that all the cast did an awesome job performatively, and the characters are very interesting to me. But yeah, that was me. I can talk all day about Sinners. I like the movie a lot. That's definitely my favorite movie this year, though, for sure.
Right on.
What
Since you've mentioned horror, I was going to say I did the recent one I saw this week was actually I Know What You Did Last Summer, and
dude, I
would say
did you see it?
Yeah, I was. I will admit I was very disappointed in it.
I can't lie. I thought it was fucking horrible.
Is it because of the twist?
Well, that was one. That wasn't really even a twist. It was fucking. I saw that from the beginning, but beyond that, so okay. Let me ramble a little bit because honestly, I just think it's a really shittily made film. I don't say that a lot, but it's just. I'm trying to think of something that I really liked in this movie. Like, if I were to pick something I liked, I mean, I think they pay homage to the original with the locations and the wink and nods and stuff, that they have. But it kind of is irrelevant for the movie it ends up being. I felt the acting I thought by Freddie Prinze and Jennifer Love Hewitt was good. I thought the character utilization was terrible, but I thought the performances were good. And I mean, the writing, Scotty, was awful, man. Have you saw this movie, Scotty, right? And Trenchy, did you see it?
I didn't see it, but I don't like the first one, so I'm probably on board here.
And Trenchy, man, I'm someone who I think the first movie is cheesy, but it's fun. But that's even me saying I had a fun time with it. This was awful, man. Like I don't know, Scotty, I don't know what you think, but honestly, for me, the writing in this movie, especially the dialogue, man, what the fuck? Like, it's awful. No one, I don't know what you thought. To me, no one felt like a real person. Not one character felt like a real person. It felt like,
Yeah, the
especially,
writing was a bit off. I'll have to admit.
and you're being polite with that, man. I could, man. It was terrible, man. Like, I can't lie because to me, I'll put it this way: every bit of especially from the teenage characters, it was so stupid, frankly, and on the nose stereotype of Gen Z that
Mhm.
to me it literally felt like either the writers did not know how people from Gen Z talk or were fucking trolling Gen Z. It was one or the other because I never heard like the stuff a motherfucker called somebody an egg in this movie.
An egg.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you remember that,
Egg
Scotty,
is
but literally someone one of the characters, I forget which character, they literally called somebody an egg as an insult. And I'm like, yo, man, I've never heard even the most dipshit motherfucker in Gen Z call someone an egg. What the fuck is that? That's stupid. What? I've never heard that. I've never heard that before. So
Yeah, that could be funny, but or like fun, like what the fuck did he just say? But it's not. No, no, that's too
if they leaned into that side of the movie, Trenchy, I wouldn't even mind it, man. But the movie takes itself so serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It takes itself
You know
so.
what this reminds me of from what you're describing?
What?
I like this movie, and I think it probably doesn't do it as bad as this one you're describing. But have you ever seen Thanksgiving? I have the same
Yeah,
feelings
yeah,
on that
yeah.
film.
Eli, no, the dialogue, I 100% agree. I've never been a fan of Eli Roth's dialogues or characters. I liked Thanksgiving as a film. I thought it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say I wouldn't say I
Yeah.
love it. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Right? I
I
had a good time with it. But
I think it's okay. I might watch it again, but I thought it was very mid. I'm like, why not just go? Because the beginning was fun. I'm like, just go full stupid. Do
yeah,
that. And it's like, no, we're trying to be really serious, like Scream. It's like, no, 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 stop. That you're not that type of movie.
yeah. No, I definitely think like when I so like my personal grading scale, a 7 is a movie that I like, but I have a lot of flaws with. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like a good, not great movie. That's the way I would put it. And 8 is a movie that I really like, but I have a lot of flaws with. 9 and 10 are fucking masterful films to me. If a movie's a 6, it's like really average, and it's like above average. 5 is just like fucking painfully mediocre. 4 is like okay, this is terrible, bad. When you get to the 1 and the 3s, that's like ass water level awful to me.
right.
but but no, I mean Thanksgiving's dialogue and stuff. I felt it was a very good comparison. And I did this new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. It's not like it's a lot like that. Like Eli Roth, I forget the dialogue in that movie for Thanksgiving, but in general, I find Eli Roth's characters to be dicks and very
Mhm.
unlikable. I don't like his character writing. That's just me. Like, and I mean, do you guys like him as a filmmaker?
I haven't seen too many of his films, but I remember. I'm pretty sure I've seen Hostel. I think I like that. I haven't seen many of his other films, so I can't really make an opinion. But Thanksgiving, it was crazy because there was a lot of horror fans who were like, "This is amazing," and
Yeah.
I love horror too. I was a horror fan, and I watched it. And I'm like, I mean, I even told my friend because he said it was really good, and he understood. He's like, "Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from with it," but I'm like, "Yeah, just it's good. It's not bad, but I don't." Man, you guys hyped this shit up, and it was. I feel like it was a missed opportunity because it could have been really good, but I felt like there's one scene in particular that I think is that highlights the problem of the film is when they're all in that room and they're like,
Yeah.
this guy could be the killer, or this guy, or this guy. I'm like, oh god,
And you
oh
know what?
god.
And you know what, man? That's exactly what happens in this new I Know What You Did Last Time. Exactly. It's literally
Yeah.
like exposition dumps. People don't fucking speak this fucking way. And it's on the nose Gen Z, but it's also just a lot of telling and not showing of,
Yeah.
if
At
they,
least when Scream did it, it was fun. Like, make it fun at least, or If the movie's like bad, I can have fun with it too. But this is just like mediocre to the point of being boring. And then the way the villain delivers his villain lines at the end, there'll be no leftovers. He says it so monotone. I'm like, get into it, have fun. You're fun killer. You just made a turkey woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop.
And on top of that, yeah, that leads me exactly to my next problem with the I Know What You Did Last Summer movie, Scotty. It's in a whodunit, the most important thing is the reveal of the fucking killer. That is the most important thing in a whodunit. Not only in the reveal and the motivation. Both I felt were fucking pathetic in this movie, and I'm not even gonna lie. To me, it was just like, I can't lie, Scotty. I thought it was fucking stupid, man. I thought it was horrible. Did you like it, man, Scotty?
What was your question?
The I Know What You Did Last Summer movie, the reveal of the killer and the motivations. Did you like it? I thought it was fucking stupid.
Are we talking about Stevie or the? If I spoil it,
Both. Because I thought both were awful. Because Stevie's, to me, this was like, first of all, I telegraphed the motherfucker being it, and then on top of it, I'm just like, it just did not make sense at all for the movie. It was like, I just didn't buy it, man. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's really unexpected for Ray to be a freaking killer, even though they were maybe kind of hinting at that in the first one. But it seems like everyone he would.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
It's just that it's a complete I don't know if you want to say 360 or 180, but you saw how if you saw the second one, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. He went through hell to go after Ben and try to stop this from happening. It just doesn't really make any sense. It's like the writers really didn't. It's like they skipped over Ray, but yet for whatever reason they bring Kara back.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
But
I also
I was about to say I was reading some of the Reddit spoilers of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Supposedly there was some stuff that was cut out. There's actually a scene where apparently I think Billy Williams' character comes to Rizit Bay and he reveals that he's buying, really? Some more of the land or something. I think Ray was not too pleased with that. That actually might have given him a little bit more motivation what he was doing.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they deleted that scene and this was I think this was in the test screenings or something. And apparently one of the characters, the one that got hooked, in fact, did die. But for whatever reason, they decided to reshoot it to where she lived, and I think they tacked on that scene. Even when you were talking about the writing, it's like, I'm like, suddenly out of nowhere, they say that, oh yeah, Stevie's alive. Oh, we're gonna kill her. I'm like, what the hell?
Exactly, man. The writing of this movie, calling it horrible is an insult to horrible writing, and I'm not even kidding. I mean that.
Well, I'll say this: at least it wasn't the woman in the yard, right?
Oh yeah. Well, here's the woman in the yard was bad, but to me, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. It was just the way that movie, like the message of that movie, I just felt was irresponsible, man. And I would probably rewatch this new I Know What You Did Last Summer before I would watch The Woman in the Yard, but that's literally only because The Woman in the Yard's theme and the message of it was just too grim for me, and it was just like too fucking like morbid for me, and it was just like because ultimately we've talked about this, that they basically the message of the movie is that you have to leave your kids behind and commit suicide. And I'm like, what the fuck? So,
just the whole morbidness of it, it
was just too much. I mean, the movie is boring, but
it also you said the main character was very unlikable. You said,
yeah, man, the main mother was a dick. She was fucking a horrible mother, and on top of that, it's like, first of all, we got to get out of this grief horror cycle, you know what I mean, of these movies that are constantly about women grieving or something. It's a little bit, it's just too much. It's like, we've seen the same thing a million times at this point. But beyond that, I just felt like the way that the message of the movie was handled I'm not wanting to say a movie's message is irresponsible, but it felt irresponsible to me. And it was just like, It literally, like, I'm not kidding when I say this. In the movie theater, when I sat down to watch this movie, when that scene happens, uh, where the ending of where they have that flip, you know what I'm talking about, the mirror flip thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I literally felt sick to my stomach. And I'm not saying that hyperbolically. I like literally felt nauseous because it was the message of the film. Because if you remember, like in that movie, whenever they showed that mirror thing, that was saying that it was in a dream, right? So that was the point of that in the movie. The Essentially the woman in the yard in the movie was a manifestation of this mother's grief and her suicidal tendencies after the thing that happened to the dad, right? Her husband, and the grief that she's feeling from that as a grieving widow and all that kind of a thing. But she's wanting to take her life, right? And there's what do you call it? The woman in the yard was kind of like egging her on to do it, and sort of a thing in the movie. And there was that scene that happened where she took her own life, if you remember. But then um, we saw, I think we cut to the last scene of the movie where we see her walking with the kids before it showed the mirror flip thing. And because so essentially by the mirror flip thing at the very end of the movie, it told me, at least as a viewer, maybe you guys have a different opinion than me, but it told me at least, oh, this is a dream. She actually went through with it and killed herself and left her kids orphans. And I was like, that's just, I was like, golly, man, that's just too fucking much. So like, I just think, I don't know, man, that just made me fucking, I didn't like it, man. So I would rewatch this. I Know What You Did Last Summer before I would see The Woman in the Yard just because of that. But quality wise, I don't think they're too dissimilar. That's just me. But Scotty, have you seen it? I know, Trenchy, I thought you said you saw it, right?
No, I haven't.
No, The Woman in the Yard, you haven't seen it?
Nah.
Oh, yeah, I've not seen it. Okay.
Yeah, I've not seen The Woman in the Yard.
Scotty, have you seen it?
I have seen it.
What did you think? Do you agree with me or like disagree or like what do you think?
I don't know. I like to think that maybe, maybe she didn't take her life, but that could be a possibility right there.
But it's like, how else do you interpret that ending though?
I don't know.
Because that's what that means, right? I mean, it's like, how else, based off of the rules that they set up, I don't know how else you would take that.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. That's just me. But did you like the movie?
Can you hang on a second? Hold on.
Yeah, no worries.
Ah.
So, Trenchy, have you seen anything recently? Like, not even necessarily movies in the theaters, but any movies recently, or
That came out.
like just anything in general?
Yeah, I've been going through cause I do this show every week with some friends. I've been going through The Sopranos.
Like the TV show?
Yeah, the show.
Did you like? They made a movie about it, right? Recently? Was it not
Uh,
recently, but a couple of years ago?
I hadn't finished the show, so I didn't see the movie yet, but I'm getting close to finishing the show. And I think we're gonna do the movie anyways, but I do want to watch it because I'm really enjoying the series.
Yeah, I thought the
Um,
series was great. I wasn't a big fan of the movie personally, but like I thought the series was great.
mhm. Oh yeah, no, it's fantastic. I do really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I agree for sure. So you're watching it. I mean, granted, I see a lot. I see most of the movies that come out of it something that's relevant and interesting to me. Fuck, man, I saw Madam Web for fuck's sake. So that should tell you I'll see anything. But yeah, no, the recent movie I saw was Fantastic Four. I saw that yesterday. Um,
Hmm.
recent. Besides that, I mean, Superman I liked. Yeah, I mean, superhero movie. What else did I like? Uh, yeah, I mean, those are the two movies this year that I liked a lot as far as superhero movies are concerned. I did like Thunderbolts. I thought Thunderbolts was good.
I gotta see that one.
It was a lot better than Brave New World, Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do think Captain America Brave New World gets a lot of shit. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a. Now, I have a lot of flaws with the movie, but I like it. You know what I mean? But it's it's an okay. It's a good, not great movie. But I have a fun enough time with that movie. But I definitely think this new Fantastic Four is a lot better than even I would say Thunderbolts. But yeah, I'm excited.
I'll give it a shot eventually. That new Fantastic Four and Superman. I'm definitely more excited for Superman. I feel, but I do want to get to those eventually.
Yeah. Do you not like to see movies in the theaters or what?
Well, I just don't really have the thing to go to them a lot. But my mom wants to go to the theater, so I might see my first new movie of the year because she wants to go, and it's been a while, so I'm down to go. It might be Bambi: The Reckoning because that's what she wants to see. But hell, a movie in the theater is a movie in the theater. So
yeah,
this is my first time back to the theater since like Fast 5, maybe. Really? So that's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Because dude, I love going to the movies, man, and
yeah.
I think it's important,
especially the sound, the picture quality, depending if you see it in IMAX.
Because certain movies you gotta see in IMAX. Certain movies you just gotta see in IMAX. I just think it's worth it for certain experiences for sure. But I'm a theater guy. It's also because I'm a filmmaker that I'm a theater guy. I think that's an important experience, society-wise. So I'm a big guy. I'm big into I make my movies for the movie theaters. So like that's very big for me personally on many fronts. But I'll go see any movie in the theater if I can. Unless it's like a movie that like I saw Snow White in the fucking theater, man.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it helps that I have the A-list, so that helps as well. Like, I can see shit bombs like Madam Web, like Snow White in the movie theaters. But, like, but no, I'm big on the theater experience, man, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I would like to go more, just not really in the position. But,
That's fair.
I was thinking like, and when I do it, I'm like, well, I gotta pick the right movie. Now it's out of my hands, so this is fine, like with my mom. But if I were to go, I'm like, yeah, I gotta. It's gotta be something I really want to see because I don't want to go in and then be like, oh, this is like, I'm putting a lot of investment into this.
You don't want to be disappointed as a fan. That's
because it's like, oh, I could have went to this one and I won't be able to go for a while. You know what I mean? So it's like I gotta make sure I hit a home run.
Sure.
Right.
Like I wish I would have went for Sonic 3 because that looks like a movie I would have enjoyed. I do really like the first two Sonic movies, and it had Shadow in it, and I love Shadow. So
yeah, if you like the first, I've seen Sonic 3. If you like the first two movies, then I think you'll enjoy this. To me, with Shadow,
sure.
I think Shadow as a villain in the context of this film was really good. Where I was mixed was Keanu Reeves' voice performance. And this kind of ties in because have you guys seen the new John Wick Ballerina film?
I haven't.
No. I think I've only seen the first John Wick. Did really like that first one.
I love the John Wick series. I'm a huge fucking fan of it. But I don't know why over the past couple of years, Keanu Reeves seems to have just leaned into his reputation of being the best, worst actor ever. I don't necessarily think it's warranted. But because I thought he did really good in John Wick. I thought he did really good in Matrix performance-wise. But he seems to have just leaned into that side of him. Like the way that he reads his lines, it's the same way he's read it over the past couple of films. So I don't think anyone will be surprised when they hear it. But for me, it's distracting. Like when you have a simple line of dialogue, like the front door is open, and the way that Keanu Reeves reads it is, the front door is open. It's like it's just weird to me. I don't know. It's like I love Keanu Reeves, man. I think as an action star, he's fucking kick ass. And I think
Mhm.
stunts wise, him, Brad Pitt, fucking Tom Cruise, legends as far as action movie stars. And in terms of the stunt work and stuff, I think they're awesome in that. But just performance wise, it's just I don't know why he kind of just leans into that. You know what I mean? But it was the same thing with
Yeah.
Shadow, where it's like he has the same inflection, the same way that he gives his voice and stuff. But I think the character is really cool, and they spend a lot of time with the character's backstory, and you really
Mhm.
understand why he is the way he is. So I like Sonic 3, honestly, way more than I anticipated I would. To be honest, I had a fun time with it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Shadow character. I've seen I know his story and stuff, and to see that on screen would be awesome. Now, my thing with the Keanu Reeves thing, I don't know if this was a rumor, but did you hear about who the runner up for who was supposed to be Shadow?
Who I don't know.
Besides Hayden Christensen, which would have been good too. I think that would have been a great pick.
Yeah. No, that'd be interesting.
Because Hayden is really good with that moody stuff. I know people are like, Hayden sucks as an actor. I'm like, no, you just gotta not watch the Star Wars films. They had bad dialogue because George Lucas doesn't know how to write dialogue. You got, and if you watch those movies, just look at his facial expressions. He's great when he's not talking because it's like, and I like those movies, but he's great when he's not talking. It's because George Lucas doesn't know how to write dialogue.
Exactly.
And in the original trilogy, he had people like reining him back and telling him, "No, I'm not going to say this," and he had like other people helping him. But in the prequels, they're like, "Do whatever you want, George," and it's like, "Yep, that's what you get when you let George Lucas do whatever he wants."
He's a great producer, just not a great director.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a director, but he could be better in the screenwriting, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Scotty,
But,
I'm sorry, man, but I'm getting a phone call. I'll have to dip, but thank you so much, man, for letting me on the show, man. I'll make sure to join again next time for sure. Sorry, man, for the thing. I'm getting an important phone call.
okay, gotcha. I understand, man. Thanks for stopping by, Sean.
No, for sure. I appreciate you letting me on the show, man.
No problem.
Thank you, man. Talk soon, man. Talk soon, Trenchy.
Oh yeah, man. Good seeing you.
Yeah, man. Likewise, man. Take care, guys.
You too. Take care. That was Eshawn. Feel free to check out his channel.
Uh,
I didn't even get a chance to ask him about the cowboy stuff, but oh well. We can probably do that another time. At least the films, we can look forward to that. The cowboy season, I would view it as I think season, so yeah.
yeah, you know, not doing too good. Yeah. My bad. God damn it, Brian. You're possessing me.
Brian, what's going on?
Oh, no, I was imitating Brian a bit. It's so fun to do that. Because when Brian doesn't like a film, he just goes, you know, it's like, it's so much fun. It's a perfect way to explain a film you don't like. And sometimes he adds a little animation to it, and I can't do it the way he does it. But there's a film he really doesn't like. It's like he shakes with it. It's like, oh my god, it's perfect. I love how Brian expresses that he doesn't like films. It's some of the funniest shit. I fucking love it.
Is this Brian delivers you the goods, or is this a different Brian?
No, this is Brian, the Kubrick lover.
Oh,
I don't know if you met him. You. I think you would know if you met him. You definitely know.
I've seen him in chat. Maybe I've seen him on John Steele's chat and all that. So.
Yeah, no, Brian's a good friend of mine. And Brian's great. But yeah, I kind of say,
Yeah. So Hayden Christensen was going to be voicing Shadow at one point. Interesting. I didn't know that.
That might be a rumor, but that's what I heard. And that would, I mean, look, I'm down for Keanu Reeves to see how he does it, and it sounded okay when I saw it in the movie, but Hayden Christensen would have been really good too. I I think he would have done something interesting with it. Because Shadow's a little bit like Anakin, so it's kind of him dipping back into that wheelhouse a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
There was one film I meant to ask you, Sean, if you liked or not. I told you it was.
Oh, what was that?
I have to go. I was going to ask him what he thought of Megan, or wait, I was the Jurassic Park sequel, and I was going to ask him about what was it, Megan 2.0. So
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. My bad, Sky. I gotta run to the bathroom, but I will be back.
sure thing. I'll be here. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was snacking on some popcorn for a little bit, folks. But I see there's still 0 people watching. Well, there's people out there just doing their thing. Excuse them while I just burped. But it ain't gonna be the burping stream, that's for sure. I'm back. I am back. Let's just have to brush it. Something else. Something else. See. Okay. 3 hours and 37 minutes. Okay. It's been 3 hours and 38 minutes. Not a whole lot of people are coming in. Should I stay alive or should I? Or no. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go now, will there be trouble? Should I stay or should I go? I thought I'd do a little throwback to the 90s. Mid 90s, I think that's maybe late 90s. That's when that song came out. Should I stay or should I go? If I go now, will there be trouble? Yep. 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 What else should we talk about? Okay. What I got to do is what I got to do. Alright. I'm at 808. 8:08. We'll see how long that lasts, but it is what it is. So, apology for not really saying much. And if you hear some sounds, that's the fan, because this room will get hot since we're still in summertime. I suppose I got one person watching, but nothing else can last. We shall see. Goodness gracious. So yeah, at some point, don't know when, I'm going to be doing a live commentary of Remo Williams. I'd like to get some people in there to join with me. I know there's several people that would like that, and I'm definitely going to do it. It's going to be a thing. Celebrate its 40th anniversary. So yeah, Remo Williams. Definitely going to do it. Definitely. Just wanted to have that little Rain Man moment. Oh, hey there, John. Welcome, man. Did you? Okay. So, did you want to come to the back room here after we're done, or do you want me to come there when I'm finished? It's up to you. So, whatever works for you, man. You guys come to us. Okay. Did you want to put the link in the chat, or do you want me to or do you want to send me the link via email? Whichever is convenient for you. Oh, I appreciate it, man. It's definitely hard work, but anyways, maybe I'll talk about it on your background. I was gonna ask when you were down for the Remo Williams commentary. Just give me a good time, and I'll definitely set it up. But I guess we can discuss that further when we're talking in the back. So yeah. Doing okay there, Trinchy? I understand you have to use the bathroom, but hopefully you're doing okay. Okay, I understand. I don't know how long I'll be going on. It's not like a whole lot of people are coming in, so I'll just wait till Trinchy gets back and go from there. sound, no silence.
Oh,
Hey, I hear you, Trinchy.
oh, my bad, dude. I just took a big ass shit.
Good to know. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was hoping everything was okay with you. I didn't know if you don't know if you were having digestive problems or not. So
No, not more than usual.
right.
Just, you know.
Apparently, John stopped by for a bit. He mentioned, I guess we'll go to the back room after his back room after we're done because he mentioned something.
Yeah.
Ethel send the link to you, and then Trinchy can forward it to me, and go from there.
Yeah. Ethel didn't have to send the link. I had the link, but she did send
Oh,
it to me, so I'll just take it for that way.
okay, that sounds good. That's how it looks like.
Yeah.
No one's even gonna stop by, to be honest. So I
Hey,
think
you had a few. You had a few people. You had like Ishan and that one guy, Sam.
well, Sam didn't come in. Sam said he would, but he never came in. So
Yeah. Well, Sam's a little tipsy. He probably forgot. He might have passed out.
might have, I guess. Yeah, he might have. He might have been a little more than tipsy. So yeah, must have really that beer he must have drank was probably some strong ass beer. Don't know if it's the Corona or the Dos Equis. And I don't mind beer. I just don't drink it a whole lot. I mean, in moderation, I would drink it, but I'm not a huge. I'm trying to really restrict myself from doing that. I'm just trying to. I'm just more of a sugary drink kind of guy, and I probably should even stop doing that. But can't help it, But I don't try to drink a whole lot of them, even though I did today. But I only drank the very low calorie ones, and I didn't even fully finish it. And I just had the main the main drink where it had the normal amount of calories and sugar. But it was at least it wasn't the actual Coca-Cola because it has high fructose corn syrup. This at least has pure cane sugar. Something that's not quite as addicting as high fructose corn syrup because it's in a lot of stuff. It's used to make a lot of things sweet. Because at one point it was even in sports drinks like Gatorade, Powerade, you name it. I think they eventually removed that, but still in a lot of sodas like Coke, Pepsi, depending on which ones you get, Mountain Dew, pretty much all the fountains, even Mellow Yellow.
Yeah.
But you know what? I guess that's going to do it. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and then go to the back room and then on John's end and mission of discovery, and I guess we'll get some first-hand knowledge of it and go from there. So,
Oh yeah.
bye, Ishan, Quinn, and Charlie with Single Life. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. And for those that were in the chat, like Sam, of course, John, Ishan, I think who else? Oler Greg was in there for a bit. And you, of course, were the very first to appear, so thank you very much. And always a pleasure to have great friends and great YouTubers alike that are on here backing me and supporting me. It's always a great feeling. So what more can I say? 800 I've accomplished. Let's get to 9. Let's definitely get to 900 when it's possible. So yeah, let's shoot for that and shoot for something more. Let's see how that goes.
Oh yeah, dude. Good luck.
Thank you. Well, folks, y'all have a good night, and I'll just say this: stay retro.
Stay frosty.
Hell yeah.